The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Kraken, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrex Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Hey, good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to another night of high school basketball here in the CNC League as the Girard Trojans make the frigid trip down to Riverton to take on the Rams. BJ Harris along with you alongside Jess Murphy as we settle in here for a boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight. Excited to fill in for Dale, who is hopefully watching and rooting on the Trojan wrestling team at regionals. So happy to give him a night off and root on Gabe as he wraps up his high school career, hopefully not this weekend, maybe in a couple of weekends. That would be ideal for all those Trojan wrestlers who advance to the next round. Maybe we'll get some updates on that as we get through the evening here tonight. But we do have these girls and boys game. Of course, the Lady Trojans coming off a big win last night over the Frontenac Raiders. That's a huge win for them as now there is a three-way tie with 2 losses apiece between Frontenac, Colgan, and Girard. Girard still has to play both of those teams, although the Frontenac game perhaps in a little bit of jeopardy with weather moving into the area. We will see. But last night it was all Faith Poland, a double-double for Faith. She always is a gamer against that Frontenac team, especially at their place. I remember her first big game as a freshman was against Frontenac. It was like, man, this kid's here to play. And, boy, she has been a factor every game she's played in since. 18 points, 10 rebounds, and the clinching steal in that ball game for Poland as she helps propel them past the Raiders and into a three-way tie and bring in Jess Murphy. And Murph, last night you got a chance to watch that Frontenac game, and the Trojans get the win to stay in the hunt for the CNC title. But, boy, they always tough at Frontenac, and they had to make some plays down the stretch.
Yeah, Frontenac give it about all they could there at the end to come back and to win that ball game. And I heard you talking about Faith Poland having a big game. Kinley Smith stepped up big, had some great big rebounds. Olivia Cullen early in the game, she got a little foul trouble and had to exit a little early. But overall, BJ, that was just a great team effort.
Yeah, Kinley Smith had 9. Jada Valley had 7 in that ball game. And, again, they win last night over Frontenac 68-64. You know, you expel a lot of energy in a game like that. How much legs do you have coming into this one? This season's been really weird for a lot of teams. Riverton's the same way. I'm talking to their coaches beforehand on both the boys and girls. I haven't played a lot of basketball lately. What kind of game shape are you in? That's usually not an issue with Coach Herlocker. He usually does a pretty good job of balancing the bench, putting the press in when he needs to, not to wear out people when they have to, and then hopefully he gets a good lead and doesn't have to wear them out here tonight.
Yeah, and it'll be a good test for me, BJ. We're getting close to sub-state. You're going to play back-to-back quite a bit coming here down the stretch, so it'll be a good test to see where they're at.
Also, on that sub-state note, this is an important game because you get a chance to play in the gym you're going to play your sub-state tournament in. And it's a nice big gym, good lighting, but it's a little bit different than a lot of gyms you're going to play in because of that feel. I love it. This is, if you're going to build a gym, come to Riverton High School or Galena High School. and build it like that for a broadcaster, since it's about as good as it gets. And so we're happy to be down here at Riverton to have a boys game coming up in just a little bit. We will preview that boys game and get you ready for tip-off here in this one as the Trojans take on the Ramblers tonight here on Girard Sports Live, presented by Croccan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Croccan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Croccan has to offer at ckt.net. And, of course, this is the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. We'll talk about the boys, get you ready for this girls match when we return here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
I used to need a nerd to help me with all my internet problems. The internet is not working.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
The internet? Why am I not getting my email? But now I have Croccan high-speed internet and my internet just works. With Croccan fiber optic internet, I have all the speed I need and a connection that won't let me down. Larry, come on.
You don't need a nerd, you need Croccan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Back here in Riverton High School, they're getting ready to get the starting lineup here done inside the gym. We'll have plenty of time here tonight to preview that boys matchup that's coming up in just a little bit. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. Brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style that you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First up for the Riverton Rams. They come into this ball game. The Rams, I wrote it on the boys' notes. That's not good. They're not 10-4. The boys are. Girls are 3-8. On the season coming into this one. A young squad. They'll start some freshmen and some sophomores. Number 3, Chloe Parker, a freshman. Number 11, Laborie Higginbotham, a sophomore. Number 12, Lexi Nolan, the one of 2 seniors in the starting lineup. Number 31, J.C. Tomlinson, a sophomore. And number 42, Emma Berry, a senior. Their coach is Adam Thomason for the Riverton Rams. For the Girard Trojans, it'll be number 1, Michaela Osmus, 5'2" senior, averages 7.9 points per ball game. Number 4, Jada Valley, a 5'6" senior, averaging 7.9 points per contest. Number 14, Kinley Smith, a 5'11" junior, averaging 3.8 points per night. Number 23, Faith Poland, a 5'9" junior, averaging 14.8 points per ball game. And number 32, Olivia Cullen, 5'11" junior, averages 6.1 points per contest. Of course, mentioned Poland coming off an 18-point performance and a double-double last night against Frontenac with those 10 rebounds as well. We'll kick off this ball game. It's brought to you by our friends at Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even sign up for classes from Larrett Ceramics, 620-724-8442. Get your keys to the game in just a little bit, Murph, as we get this one kicked off here inside the gymnasium. Trojans will have the basketball first, moving from right to left on your radio dial. Excited to be back in Southeast Kansas for some high school basketball here on a Friday night, a frigid Friday night indeed here in extreme Southeast Kansas. There's a quick three from Poland, trying to catch that fire she had last night. She had 2 in the ball game against Frontenac. 0 for 1 on the night here in the first offensive possession for Riverton. Off left side, controlled here for Nolan. She'll out high, looking to drive, pull up, jumper on the way from J.C. Thomason, and it's good. And an early 2-0 lead for Riverton. Talking with Coach Urlacher before the game, he said we got to get off to a good start or we'll find ourselves in a real dogfight with this Riverton team. And a young upstart team like Riverton that has had some real down years here of late. A win against probably the most dominant team over the last 10 or 15 years in CNC and the Girard Lady Trojans would be a big step for Coach Thomason and this Lady Rams team. So got to bring your A game. Can't sleep on the Rams. Out of bounds off the leg of Labry Higginbotham, and it will stay with the Trojans 1 minute into this one. Valley with it on the right side. Oh, already a little bit of miscommunication. We've seen some passes kind of errant. Osmonds with it on the left wing. Here's Poland again to the corner. Trying to entry pass into Cullen, and another quick turnover. Trojans going the other direction. Or Rams are going the other direction. Lead the charge was Chloe Parker. Now she'll pull it back. Boy, I'm not sure why she didn't take that one all the way to the rack. Off left side, Nolan, nearly stolen by Osmus, but it'll go right back to Parker. Here, top of the key is Higginbotham at the elbow, looking to drive and a walk. Yeah, it was a little late, but good. And it will be a turnover on the Rams. Definitely quiet here inside. Make some noise, Murph. Here's Valley, top of the key, off left side for Poland. Move it back around to the right side for Osmus. Osmus down into Poland. Good collapse on her, and there's a lot of help on her, you can bet. Kinley Smith's going to have to be able to take advantage of that because they kind of left her alone. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled out of there by the Rams, and here they go. Parker going to lead it up the floor, working against Osmus. Over left wing for Nowlin. She's nowhere to go with it. Good defense by Mack. Move off to the right side for Thomason. Back over to Nowlin. Trojans got it packed in pretty tight right now, making them working around the horn. Thomason off to the right side for Pickering. No, not Pickering. Barry, rather. Put back, no good on the put back by Nowlin. She can't believe it. She thought she got fouled. Trojans are pushing it. Valley, got to go. She'll stop it and pull it back. Osmus on the right wing now, working against Higginbotham. Reverse it over to Smith on the left wing. No scoring affair so far here in this one. Osmus on the right wing. There at the elbow. Poland drive around. Good take by Faith Poland. Just carved him up and evens this game up at 2-all. Trojans put a press on after the made basket. And if you don't practice this press, you will be in trouble. But if you can break it, you can take advantage of it. Again, another missed opportunity, I think, from Riverton. They need to go up to the rim whenever they get a little bit of an option. They had 3-on-2 there for a second and did take advantage of it. Thomason tried to cross over. She'll go. Punch shot by Smith and gathered up by Osmus. Opportunity for the Trojans. Push it. Here's Valley. Valley, left hand. Ooh, a nice little ball fake and a timeout taken by Coach Thomason. That's a pretty good timeout if you ask me. Don't let this thing get out of hand because a little bit of momentum will go a long way. Timeout on the floor. We'll take our first. We're back in 30. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live. Bound to happen.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Coles is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Coles Service. Check them out online at colesservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Back underway here as the Rams will bring it up the floor from left to right. Off left side for Nowlin to the corner. They'll go for Barry. And stolen away, another turnover by Riverton. Here come the Trojans. Osmus lead the charge across the timeline. Off left side for Poland. Thought about stepping into a three. Wasn't there. Osmus had 2 last night as well. Serena Short checked in at that last break. So did Cullen at the break, and she's got it. Low block up off the glass and good. Olivia Cullen, first bucket of the ball game for her. Trojans lead at 6-2. Thomason will give it up over left side. Actually, that's Parker at the free throw line. Higginbotham steps around Cullen, leaves it a little bit short off the rim, and rebound pulled out by Poland. Trojans going the other direction. Osmus probably got away with a little bit of a shuffle of the feet there. Short one on the right wing. Get it back to Mack. She's going to pull the trigger on this one. On the way, good. I thought she was going to take it the time before, but that next time she was even more open, and Osmus knocks down the first triple of the ball game, and the Trojans on a run now. It's a 9-0 run after they trailed 2-0. Past the midway point. Nowlin stops. Good D by Cullen. Stop that opportunity. Poland goes right back and sticks her hand in there, pokes it out. Foul by Nowlin. And it's another turnover by Riverton. They're very tentative at times going in there. What do you got to lose? Even in this ball game, you need to just go with a head of steam into the rim and hope things happen. Tell my kid that if you get it down low, one of 3 things is going to happen. You're going to get fouled, which is good. You're going to make a basket, which is great. Or you might miss it. You'd think that's catastrophic if you miss a shot. It's not. Short with it on the right side. Kinsey Dressler's checked into the ball game. Good dish there to Valley. She'll pull up, and good defense by Emmeline Syndicate on that one. Nice contact. Probably should call a foul on her. Instead, it's just out of bounds off of the Trojans and a turnover. Pressure applied here in the backcourt for Girard. It's a good opportunity for a trap right there. Good break, though, by Riverton. Now go all the way to the rim. There she is. Scoop up with the right hand for Parker. Up off the glass and good. And that's how you beat the press. I'll translate for Murph since I don't have a headset for him. Short at the elbow for Syndicate. Now Smith back in the ball game. She'll look drive. Back around Valley. The elbow for Syndicate. And ball stolen away. Pulled out of there by Higginbotham. And a good half-court possession there for the Trojans, but comes up empty. Off left side. Morgan Compton who's checked into the ball game for the Rams. Here's Parker on the right wing. Back around to the top of the key for Higginbotham. She'll set the offense. Off left side for Barry. Back out to Compton. Here's Barry left wing. Good defense by Short. Trojans in a zone, 2-3. Off left side now to the corner. Elizabeth Wells who's checked into the ball game, the freshman. Looking to drive, and a walk going to be called on Parker. It's a young team, lots of freshmen. Freshmen start this game, a couple of sophomores as well for Riverton. On the other side, the Trojans rotating heavy in and out right now. Officials waiting for things to get set before the inbound here. In prepping for this game and looking at points per ball game and stuff, the Trojans are pretty even across the board. Other than Faith Poland in double digits, nobody else is in double figures scoring-wise for the Trojans, so you kind of got to pick your poison. Who are you going to try to take out? Obviously, Faith's going to be number 1, but after that, who? Valley's probably who I'd pick. She dishes it down into Smith. He pushes, kick, and a foul going to be called. She'll shoot 2. Also into the ball game, Danica Lopez for the Trojans. I've been calling games up north, some bigger schools, and very few go 7, 8 deep. And Trojans already rotated, I think, 9 into the ball game, and not even after 1 quarter of play. That's a good thing. Poland to inbound. They said it was on the floor. I thought she'd be shooting. Here's Lopez. She is unconscious. She'll shoot a 3 from anywhere at any time. Shot no good, though. Rebound pulled out of here for the Rams here. They go up the front court, controlled by Higginbotham. Give away to Parker. Parker, that's a double dribble. And a turnover by the Rams again. Parker is operating like a freshman, and it's in her brain what she wants to do. It's just physically, can't she do it? And sometimes she's a little bit, one's ahead of the other, whether it's the body or the brain. And that's pretty typical of a young player. At whatever level you are, if you're a first-year quarterback in the NFL, the exact same thing happens. Here's a three by Lopez. Good this time. That's what I'm talking about. No conscience. Miss one, go down and shoot another one. Shooter's got to shoot. That's right. Here we go. Up the floor, though. Parker's got to keep going. Off left side, she'll maybe hold for the final shot. Trojans went on a 9-0 run at one point in this quarter. Right now, they lead by 8. That's the largest lead of the ball game for the Trojans. Higginbotham now into the paint for Thomason. She tries to take one on the way. A little short, good board by Cullen. Now the Trojans will have a chance to work for the final shot. 13 seconds, plenty of time to run something here. Off right side for Lopez. Jada Valley directing traffic with her noggin. Over to Lopez. Good. Another three by Lopez. She closes out the quarter with back-to-back triples, and the Trojans lead by 11 after one. We're back in one. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Good first quarter for the Lady Trojans. They lead 15-4 after one. A couple of runs in there, especially the 9-0 run after they trailed by 2-0. Riverton did strike first, but it's been all Trojans really since that point. Now into the corner for Barry. Back around to Allen. Now here's Thomason. They'll need Thomason in this one. Barry, good defense by Cullen. That is fundamentally sound there in the post. Poland, long pass up in front to short. Running, and she is stripped from behind. Ball knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it's in favor of the Trojans. Good break there. Smith the inbound from underneath her own basket. Good inbound, and a foul going to be called against Elizabeth Wells. So Trojans will re-rack it. Third team foul on Riverton, none. Right back to Cullen they go. Maybe a dangerous pass there, but if it had worked, it would have been awesome. Instead, gathered up and going the other direction. Outside for Thomason. Jumping it is Smith. She's off to track it down. She does. One-on-one with Barry, or Nowlin rather. And here's a easy one. That's good patience by the young player in Smith. And she gets her first bucket of the ball game in the first of the second quarter. The Trojans lead 17-4. 1 minute into the second quarter. Nowlin stops. Barry on the floor. She needs some help. She'll slide it underneath, and Poland comes away with it. Equal opportunity. And Riverton already showing some wear and tear here in this first half of this basketball game. Poland will stay with it. She'll pull it right back up. Not a great shot. Rebound pulled out of there by Barry, and then she's fouled. And I think the foul's going to be either on Cullen or Smith. They get it on Olivia Cullen, her first, team first. Nope, nice moving game. so far. You jinxed it, Murph. Trojans apply that pressure. Nowlin trying to get it in. She does for Higginbotham. Nowlin off left side for Parker. Just good old-fashioned pocket pick there by Poland, and out of bounds it goes. It'll stay with the Trojans. That's driveway basketball there. Face up against me, I'm going to steal it from you. And all kinds of new bodies in. Lopez comes back in. She's got back-to-back threes to close out the first quarter. Emmeline Sinek comes back in, and so does Valley for the Trojans. Keeping them fresh is Coach Herlocker, and the Rams, like I mentioned, already a little sluggish. They haven't played a ton of basketball. Talking to one of the dads of the girls out there that they have maybe played 1 or 2 games in the last 3 weeks. Smith gets the rebound off the shot by Lopez, and Smith gets the contact and the bucket. And she'll step to the free throw line for the first time tonight for anybody to try to make an and one here and give her 5 points on the ball game. 19-4. Trojans in control now. Early going to this one. Good shot by Smith. 45% free throw shooter, but knocks that one down. Out of the game goes Wells. Back in comes Thomason for the Riverton Rams. Get it across for Parker. Off right side, they'll move it around the horn now and quickly to the corner for Barry. That's basically every possession. Back to Parker. She'll fire away a three, and that's why she starts this game. She needs to probably take more shots, I would say, if I was her coach. 19-7, or 20-7 rather. Back in the old radio days, if I messed up the score, nobody would really know the difference, but it's on the screen now, so I'm going to call foul against Kinley Smith. It'll be her first, team foul number 2. Allen, you're not going to make that pass almost every time against the Trojans. Long skip pass across the top of the key. There's Poland picking her way through. You can kind of see her body language change when she decides, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing. And there's not much going to stop her before she gets there. Sometimes her own detriment physically, but it's in her mind. She's going to go score. She did, and now she'll go to the free throw line. A nearly 90% free throw shooter on the season, so those are usually very good. She was 7-9 last night from the stripe, and she completes the three-point play here. Leading scorer only with 5 points, and they lead right now. The Trojans do by a pretty large margin, 16 points here with 5:10 to play in the first half. Nowlin gets a little contact from Smith, tries to fight in there, loose ball. Right side now, Smith trying to go all the way down, and a lot of contact. I'm going to say a blocking foul on Riverton, though, as Nowlin will pick up the foul. It's team foul number 6 already on Riverton. Smith the inbound underneath their own basket. It's the second one on Nowlin. 4:54 to play first half. Trojans dominant. Smith gets it into Lopez on the right wing. Back to the corner for Smith. Valley going to be patient here. Poland from deep, same spot Lopez shot a moment ago. Emmeline Sinek at right place, right time. She'll put it up and she'll be fouled. And Emmeline will go to the free throw line to shoot too. Hasn't had a ton of opportunities from the charity stripe. Not a real high percentage, but she's got to get more chances here at the free throw line. She does average about 5 points a game. The first one will slide in. You got enough wood cut, Murph? No. Probably I'll get that done tomorrow. Here's the second one from Sinek. That's going to be real cold if you don't have enough wood cut. Most people, my kid wouldn't even know what I was talking about if I said that. That's a good idea. Off left side for Barry, moving around the horn. Quickly, that's the best ball movement we've seen so far, and look what it turned into, an open look for the Rams. Couldn't convert, but probably their best chance tonight. Valley up the floor. She's looking all the time. Jada is the pass. She is good at it, and she was just trying to get the defense to come at her a little bit more and get over to Seneca. And Emmeline will go back to the free throw line. Perhaps, no, they're going to say just knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Off left side for Smith. Here's Seneca at the elbow. She tries to step through. We'll say that's a good pass to Lopez. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out there by Valley. Free throw line, Poland. Teach your kid how to dribble with their left hand. Off left side for Seneca. Shot no good. Trojans rebounding like crazy now on the offensive end of the floor. They'll get another crack at it. Pull it back and reset with Valley under 4 to go here in the first half. Poland baseline. Contact. That kind of went off her hip. Yep, out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Rams. One of the few empty frames here of late for the Trojans. They've scored on most of their possessions. When they've had good half-court possessions anyways. Quickly around on the right side for Higginbotham. Here's Parker catching fire, 3 on the way. Probably ought to get a hand in her face. She's proven that she can score. She's got 8 points, 8 of their 10 coming from Parker. 25-10 your score. Shot no good, rebound by Poland. She'll work her way back down in there, catch a little roll, and rolls it in. Poland, a good second quarter for her. She's got 5 in this quarter, 7 for the ball game. Trojans have led by as many as 18. They lead by 17 now with 2:51 to play in the first half. Off left side, just into the ball game, Morgan Compton. She'll have it back to her. Here's Parker, and Valley's going to play a little tighter defense on Parker. Right side for Higginbotham. Compton back over with it. Another sophomore of the ball game here at the free throw line. Barry nearly poked out by Smith. Those long arms, her ability to get in the passing lane has been a factor here in this one. They just leave it wide open for Compton to go ahead for. This one's off the mark. Rebound by Thomas and go right back up. She does. And a good take there by Thomas in her second bucket rather of the ball game. Only other Ram to score. 2:13 to play here first half. Poland, open look at one. I thought it was going to be off the mark. Boy, it caught that rim just enough. And confident shot from a confident player right now. And Faith Poland, 30-12. Your score here for the Trojans, under 2 to play first half. Up in front court for Higginbotham. Back around over to Parker. Back and forth they go. Here's another 3 from Parker. No good. Fight for it, and they're going to say it's in favor of the Rams. That's okay. Kayla Osmus back into the ball game, along with Serena Short, Olivia Cullen. Check back in. Coach basically about 3 in, 3 out at a time in the rotation. Let's see if she can shoot it from the other side. Trying to kiss the glass. Shot's no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Cullen. Push up in front for Osmus. Under 90 seconds to play here first half. Seneca, 10-footer on the way, no good. And rebound to be determined. Oh, just let it go, young lady. Out of bounds it goes off of Morgan Compton. State law in Riverton, there has to be a young lady with the last name Compton on a sports team. Good play there by her. That was going to be an easy bucket for Seneca if she's able to get it in. Instead, pokes it out of bounds. Serena Short. Osmus on the right corner. Back out high for Valley here. Top of the key. Minute 13 to play first half. Girard National GN Bank halftime show coming your way in just a little bit. We'll recap this first half. Finally take a look at that boys contest that's coming up in just a little while. Serena Short, good rebound. Her putback's no good. Tipped around, to be determined. Olivia Collin, a little game of Blinko, ends up in her pocket, and she'll miss it. Shot up and knocked it out of bounds by the Rams. It'll stay with the Trojans under a minute to play. This is a show up, do what you're supposed to do kind of game for the Trojans, and so far they've held up their end of the bargain doing what they're supposed to do. Here's the 3 from Valley on the way, no good. Rebound, though, short. She's been right there every time, and Serena gets contact to the head, but she'll just go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Serena short. Averages about 3.5 points a game, 75% free throw shooter for the Trojans, and a chance to put them up by 20. First one's up and good. Just the balance for the Trojans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 girls have already scored in this ball game. To the opponents, only 2 girls who have scored. Short misses the second one, a little short. Rebound, though, put up by Sinnott. She's fouled, and Emmeline will go back to the free throw line for the Trojans. She was 2 for 2 her last trip to the stripe. We got a band here? Oh, all right. Play something, band. Riverton Pet Band. 9 strong. See how much racket they're going to make here in about 47 seconds of game time. Syndicate missed both. Cullen's there, though, and they're going to call jump ball. And it's in favor of the Trojans. This possession, it seems like it's been lasting forever because of second chances and free throw attempts and everything else. Here's short to inbound. A low percentage pass, but it worked out, and Emmeline Syndicate paid her off for it. She's got 4 points, and the Trojans lead by 20. Their largest lead of the ball game. Ball knocked out of bounds by Short. It'll stay with the Rams. Down to the short rows of this season. It is going to go away fast, and it will culminate here in this gymnasium for Sub-State. Shot blocked by Cullen. Going the other direction, they can work for the final shot and take 100% of the momentum into the locker room. Valley, 11 seconds. Syndicate, Osmus, dump off in for Cullen. Right around, here's Valley. Yep, there's Osmus, she'll pull the trigger on a 3E, no good. And that's the end of the first half. A rapidly moving first half. Up by 21 are the Trojans. As we come back and talk about it here on the GN Bank Halftime Show, we'll recap the first half, talk about this boys game coming up in just a little bit, and get you set for the second half. Halftime brought to you by GN Bank, where they have providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at GN-Bank, GN-Bank.com. We'll talk about this when we return on the GN Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
I used to need a nerd to help me with all my internet problems. The internet is not working.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
The internet? Why am I not getting my email? But now I have Croccan high-speed internet, and my internet just works. With Croccan fiber optic internet, I have all the speed I need and a connection that won't let me down. Larry, come on.
You don't need a nerd, you need Croccan.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans! Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Back here at halftime, the Girard Trojans, Lady Trojans leading the way right now 33-12. That's their largest lead of the ball game here at the break, 21 points. And here's how we got to where we are as we have our Kenora Eye Care Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kenora Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Kenora Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kenora Eye Care is the clear choice. Make your appointment by calling 620-235-1737. And Riverton led this game 2-0, and the Trojans would tie it up at 2-all. And that would start a 9-0 run in the first quarter. That's how they would close out the first quarter, as they would lead 15-4. Into the second quarter, the Trojans would continue to add to their lead as they would grow it to the margin it is right now, and everybody getting in on the fun right now for the Trojans. Murph, that first half, I mentioned there that it's kind of a, bring your lunch pail, just get the job done and go home. Coming off an emotional win over one of your main rivals last night, not 24 hours later, you're back in the gym playing basketball. Would have been understandable if there would have been a drop-off, but so far, no.
Yeah, the girls are just come right out and take care of business here. The second half will, 30-point lead gets you a running clock in the fourth quarter. I'm not speculating that that'll happen, but it's a 21-point lead at half, and doesn't look like Riverton has very many answers. The one thing I'll tell you, BJ, that, and I'm not going to derate anything that Lady Trojans do, but sometimes they fall in love with that three-point shot an awful lot. Of course, we got 3 or 4 sharp shooters that can shoot a lot out there, but sometimes they forget that Colin and some of them girls are down low, and they get to fall in love and depend on that aggressive offensive rebound for that putback.
Yeah, this next half should be nice long possessions, get the highest percentage shot you possibly can, work for the good shot, and Coach has been pretty good about over the years, especially at this time of the year, any opportunity you can to in-game run stuff that you're maybe going to need later on in sub-state championship game, maybe against Frontenac Raiders. Those are the type of things that he has an inkling for trying out some different stuff. Certainly get more minutes for some of those younger players to get their hands on the ball and let them see some real game time opportunities here.
Well, you talked about that low percentage inbound pass, that worked out against Riverton. We turned the ball over a ton against Frontenac trying that exact same kind of play.
And multiple times, Riverton had opportunities to take it to the rim and didn't. Frontenac will take it they'll take it to the glass. When they break the half-court line, everybody has a green light to go all the way into the rim. So we will see how things transpire in the second half, but like the position the Trojans are in right now. Your halftime numbers brought to you by our friends at Farm Bureau Financial Services. You're more than just a number at Farm Bureau in Girard. Agents Judge Shasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Shasho will work with you to find the right plan to meet your needs. Farm Bureau offers the kind of personal touch you need when it comes to protecting what matters most. Give Farm Bureau Financial Services in Girard a call at 620-724-4213. Well, for the Rams, it's pretty easy. 8 points for Chloe Parker. She proved that she can drop it in from downtown, as she had 2 threes in that second quarter. And then 4 points from J.C. Thomason. That's it. 12 points for them. Only 2 girls in the scoring column for the Trojans. I mentioned they're right towards the end of that half. 8 people already in the scorebook for the Trojans. Leading the way, Faith Poland hitting stride right where she left it last night with 18 points. She's got 10 here at the break. 6 points from Danica Lopez. All the last 2 shots of the first quarter. And all from behind the arc. 4 points from Emmeline Senecott. 3 points from Michaela Osmus. 2 points from Jada Valley. 2 points from Olivia Cullen. And 1 point from Serena Short for the Lady Trojans as they do lead it here at the break, 33-12. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about that boys game when we return here on the GM Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
33-12 here at the half. Get a look at the boys warming up. Trojans playing for the first time in a week, as last time out was at Anderson County. Now here on the road at Riverton. 46-27 winners at AC. Low-scoring affair, but Bram Bourne led the way with 20 points. Brams led them in 4 straight games in scoring. In that ball game, Gabe Muya had 8, and Oran had 7 for the Trojans. Or if you've seen them play a little bit here of late, 10-4, 5-2 in the CNC, right in the mix of it. If they're not playing for a sub-state championship here in a few weeks, might be surprised by that. What do you think of the boys right now?
Well, I think these boys can beat anybody. They proved that when they took Pittsburgh in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I see with the boys is sometimes if you muddy up the game and you don't let those boys get out and run, they could be a real tough. Sometimes they're not the best outside shots from time to time.
That's quite ironic because over the years, Coach Westcott has done that to teams where if they want to run, he'll make them not run. And right. He's the master of the junk defense. He can throw anything at anybody at any time, a Rolodex of information on how to approach a different team. And he will have his hands full tonight. This is a really good Riverton Rams team that comes in at 10-4 as well. So looking forward to that boys game in just a little bit. But second half of this one, Rams with the ball to begin this second half, and a quick turnover, maybe no, pulled out of there by now, and they'll reset it with Higginbotham out high. Parker's been the deadly force for them from deep, and you got to get a hand in her face in this 2-3 zone. That point-blank three a lot of times is open. Here's Thomason in the paint, over the top of Colin, the best take of the night for the Ramblers. Thomason has 6. Trojans' first offensive possession of this second half. Kinley Smith moving around the horn through Colin, top of the key. She'll get back, and Smith will reset here off left side for Jada Valley at the elbow for Poland. Good defense there by Higginbotham. Poked that one out. And Chloe Parker is one of those kids that probably has basketball in her hand every chance she gets, just based on it being a freshman. Her ball handling skills are quite advanced. Shot up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Colin. Rebound pulled out of there and going the other direction for the Trojans. Minute 10 into this third quarter. Here's Osmonds for 3, no good. Rebound to be determined. Pulled out of there by Barry. Good board for her. Then Smith trying to get a hand in there, and they will get Kinley Smith for that one. It'll be her second, team 1 of this second half. Rams back with it, starting off a little bit better than they did in the first half. Here's a three from Parker. This one's a little short. Good position there by Valley in the paint to get the board behind in front of Barry. On pass up to Smith on the right wing. Osmus. And there's your get a chance to see what we're talking about as far as be patient. Don't force anything. Here's a three by Osmus right back to it. This one's no good, but Smith there with a rebound up and good. Kinley Smith having a really nice ball game. She's got 7. Trojans lead it 35-14. Back in front by 21, matching their largest lead of the ball game. Kick back outside. Thomason just inside three-point range for Higginbotham. No good. Rebound by Osmus. Osmus in the corner. Trojans again just going to be very patient. Poland. Calling good look backside. Olivia knowing where she was out on the floor, knowing she wasn't going to have an angle to take a shot, and immediately looked to pass. Smith was coming on the backside. She goes to the free throw line. Kinley Smith's second trip, she converted on an and one in that second quarter. 1 for 1 on the night from the charity stripe. She misses the first one. Subs come in, Valley goes out, Colin goes out. In comes Serena Short, Emmeline Syndicate into the ball game as well for the Trojans. And here's a second one from Smith. She left them both short. Rebound though, Poland. She'll put it right back up, get a little roll to it, and she's got 12 on the night to lead all scorers. Largest lead of the ball game now is 23. Shot up on the near side. Banks open. For Nowlin, who knocked that one in, her first bucket of the ball game. Smith right down into Syndicate. Emmeline trapped down on the low block. She needs help. They're going to call a jump ball. That'll be in favor of the Trojans.
They all count in a ball game, BJ. You don't have to call your shot for the bank.
Okay. All right. Because I didn't hear her call it at all, so I didn't write it down. From your knees, off the floor.
Nothing but net.
Backwards, eyes closed. The only way I ever won a game of horse was doing just ridiculous shots. I could never shoot a free throw to save my life.
At least you won a game.
Hard to lose to yourself. Shut up, Poland. Scoop off. Good effort there by Emmeline just to keep that one alive. Back outside for Osmus, who will reset it here with 4:35 to play in this third quarter. At the elbow, back out. Osmus over to Smith. And that's a dangerous pass across the lane. 2 bodies there. They come away with it. Does Higginbotham. Pass it up for Nowlin on the left wing. Skip pass left side, right side rather, for Higginbotham. She'll pull back to the corner for Parker. Better have a hand in her face. Wells into the ball game. Her shot up no good. Rebound knocked around, gathered up by Syndicate, helped out by Poland. Hand off for Mack, and here she comes up the near side. Give way to Smith. Trojans holding serve here in the third quarter of this one. A reflection on my physical fitness if I'm sore from standing for half a basketball. I'd give you all the money in my wallet for a chair right now, Murph.
Well.
Top of the key, off right side, Osmus. Here's Short, Trojans. 5-man weave out there. Shot by Syndicate, no good. Try to follow his shot. It's picked up by Higginbotham. Nowlin back with it on the left wing. Quick moving third quarter. Has been a quick moving game. Good entry pass. Just can't hold for Nowlin. She knows it. Smith going to push it up the floor. She takes it coast to coast. Higginbotham's been a problem defensively. She's been right in the mix, stealing the ball multiple times here in this third quarter. Good way to Parker. Here's Nowlin back with it on the left wing after a stop by the Rams. Good block by Syndicate. Just straight up and down. Push it out for Osmus. Tell you what, Parker wasn't going to quit playing, but Osmus able to get that one up. She's got 5 points in the ball game. The Trojans add to their lead here. Back in front by 23, matching their largest lead here. 2.5 to play third quarter. Parker knocked it out of bounds by Osmus. Danica Lopez going to come back in. Colin will come in. Valley will come in. Out goes Poland. Out goes Osmus. Somebody else better go out. That's illegal. I don't know all the rules, but right now they're playing with 6.
Well, we'll take every advantage we can get.
Well, there's been times I've seen teams that couldn't win with 6. So I think that'd really change the game. That'd be revolutionary if, power plays in hockey. You could do those in basketball. Wells kick back around. Rachel Wilson, her first minutes of the ball game. There's a 3 by Higginbotham, no good. Rebound by Olivia Cullen. And Wilson get an elbow full of Olivia Cullen, and that might send you into next week. Get it in to Thomason. There's a deep 3 by Higginbotham. And boy, I take that kid on my team for darn sure.
She's everywhere.
She's a player. It didn't help her team one bit, but it was fun to watch. At the elbow, there's another steal by Higginbotham. Probably figure out number 11's here to play too. There's a foul by Syndicate, and it'll send them to the free throw line for the first time tonight for the Rams. And for what it's worth, I know this hasn't worked out as good for Riverton as they would have liked, but it's a markedly improved Riverton Ram girls basketball team from what we've seen over the last couple of years. 2 years ago for sure, they were really struggling, had numbers that were down, and you can tell there's a little bit of a new vibe here with Coach Thomason, and
they don't quit, BJ.
No, they're still playing.
They play as hard as anybody you play against.
It's one of the fun parts about having a young team. You remember that team the Trojans had a few years back that went on and won a state championship, but they were thrown in the fire and really young and made a lot of bad mistakes on the floor, but eventually they turned out pretty good basketball players.
6, 4, 5
doesn't hurt. Yes, basketball is one of those games. Top of the key for Valley. Here's Lopez. Yep, that's plenty of room for her to want to take it. Kinley Smith, though, is having a really good ball game off left side for Valley. She'll drive, step through, little contact. Jada will go to the free throw line, her first trip to the line tonight.
And I don't think we mentioned it early again. Brooklyn Talley, Orender, both those girls out on a quarantine deal. There's 2 players that normally eat up a lot of minutes.
Which is crazy that you can go that deep into your roster in a 3A school. That's going to be big in sub-state. Unfortunately, the other teams that are pretty good in that sub-state do the same type of basketball, but Valley missed the first, made the second. Trojans a minute 10 to play. Off left side now for Wilson. There's Higginbotham. Good pass down inside. Shot no good, though, by Wells. Rebound pulled out of there by Colin. Valley will push it up in front court. 53 seconds to play. Smith is aggressive. And here goes Parker. Olivia Colin comes flying in. How it's not a foul, I'm quite surprised. If you're the official, you're looking at the girl. She hit the floor. Did she do that on her own? I don't know. I'm obviously on the other side of things here. I can tell you who doesn't care about it is Chloe Parker. Give me the ball. Let's go play. Crossover here, Higginbotham. Get way to Thomason. And a jump ball, no foul. McKinley Smith, her third. Team foul number 3 here, the Trojans in this third quarter. Yeah, if I'm Coach Thomason, I'm still on that. There's 2 by Higginbotham just inside three-point range. Her first bucket of the ball game. She's been a force defensively for them. And back to 20 points. They've just kind of held serve here. It was a 21-point game at halftime, and Riverton en route to outscore them by 1 in this third quarter if they keep at it. Foul's going to be called, and if it's against Kinley Smith, it's her 4th. And it is, I believe. Probably have to get her out of the ball game. Osmus hustles over the score table to try to get in time. And out goes Smith with those 4 fouls. She was en route for my player of the game accolades, but now she's got to sit down with 4 fouls. She probably won't play much more. If the ball doesn't leave this girl's hand prior to the end of this quarter. 5 seconds. Oh, that's a mistake. See, I was still right. Left side for Higginbotham. And they didn't get a shot off at the end of the third quarter. Well, 3 in the books. Trojans don't add to the lead, but don't give up much. Lead by 20 here after 3. We're back in 1. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live, presented by Crocan.
This is Greg from the original home location of Derailed Commodity in nearby Brazelton, Kansas. Our home location includes the warehouse for our company's 16 other stores, allowing us to feature a huge selection of furniture at outlet prices. We also feature by far the area's largest in-stock selection of carpet and floor coverings, and the absolute lowest prices on mattresses. We're your source for lodge-style rustic furniture for homes and cabins. So come see us at our large facility in Brazelton, your destination for outlet pricing.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209. Here
we go, fourth quarter underway here in Riverton. The Girard Trojans in command of this ball game. Riverton did chip away at the lead by 1 point in that third quarter. Cullen, though, gets them started on the right foot here in this fourth quarter. The Trojans lead it by 22. They've led by as many as 23 in this ball game. Out of bounds, kind of an unforced error there for Riverton. Well, Girard Sports Live was created for nights like tonight. You just don't want to go battle the elements, sit at home, in front of the fire, and watch Olivia Cullen drop in back-to-back buckets. Now the largest lead of the ball game is 24. And Parker, 3, shot no good, rebound Cullen. I'll let the Osmus Trojans up the floor they go. Threw it away. No reason to be in a rush. You want to keep that clock a-ticking if you are the Girard Trojans. So next week got in store for you guys, Murph? Know off the top of your head? You don't know? I bet you I know what you're doing tomorrow. Sitting in a recliner somewhere probably, staying nice and toasty. Here's Thomason, shot no good. And rebound again. You're nuts, man. Yep. Here's Cullen again. Olivia having a great fourth quarter so far. A couple of rebounds and 4 points in this fourth quarter. I'll tell you what, right back at it with Frontenac on Tuesday. If we're able to play and weather doesn't cause a wrench in that one, which that would be a miracle in itself. Yep, and then Baxter Springs at home. So it'd be nice to head back to the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Here's Osmus for 3. She'll rattle that one in. Her second of the ball game. 49-20. We're almost there, Murph. At the elbow, Thomason. Shot up no good. Smith will get the rebound. Kinley playing with 4 fouls. And she'll pull it back. The great prognosticator. The free throw line here's short, and another turnover by the Trojans. Another thing about Brad Herlocker is even in a game you're up by 29, if you don't play the way you're supposed to be playing, he'll let you know about it. Play the game, not the scoreboard. And, yep, here's Barry with it, left corner. Move it around off to Higginbotham for three. And I had a feeling she could make that shot. She pulled it a couple of times, and she finally does get it to go. She's got 5. 49-23. Smith into the paint. She'll be fouled. It'll be team foul number 5. Oh, team foul number 3, rather. I'm looking at the Trojan side of things. Out goes Thomason. Out goes Wilson. In for the Trojans, Jada Valley and Poland check into the game. 4:47 to play. Osmus again, another 3 from the corner. Now another one is good. Now you start thinking, hey, don't use them all up. That's how I think. But that doesn't really work that way. But 52-23, Trojans back up by 29. Left side for Nowlin. Higginbotham. Seneca gets out on her and kind of lost her footing. The turf gave way. Across the timeline. Pulling on the right wing. The right wing. Tongue twisters, Murph. You gotta watch him. Little runner. You got to watch that stuff because back in the day when I was running radio stations and doing severe weather coverage, we'd often come on the air right before we came. You know, the first city that we'd always have to announce was down in northwest Oklahoma, or northeast Oklahoma, and it would be there's a shot up and a runner again by Chloe Parker, and it's Okfuskee, Oklahoma, and that's one you got to watch. I'd always tell my broadcasters, hey, read that one a few times. Valley outside, top of the key for Syndicate. Back over to Poland on the right wing. Entry pass down in for Syndicate. Kick back out. And Osmus another 3 on the way. That one's no good. Rebound, great pass for Syndicate. And now going to be tied up with Wells, and it'll be a jump ball in favor of the Ramblers with 3:09. 5 bodies in. In comes Troike. Yep, 4 body. Dressler coming in, Serena short. And a timeout going to be taken by the Rams. One of the few timeouts we've seen here tonight. We'll go ahead and take it along with them. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Correspondent in the field, Dale Sherman, sending in some updates from wrestling. All remaining wrestlers are in the backside of the bracket, so I'll have to wrestle their way out of that to try to remain in it. A few have been eliminated. Bo Harris out of the tournament. Drake Brooks out of the tournament, and Jarrett Buckle has been eliminated as well in that regional wrestling that's going on. I'm not even sure where that's being taken place. In Burlington, all the way up to Burlington. I had broadcasted from their invitational this year, made several trips to Burlington. Parker back outside, elbow. Barry, here's Nowlin. Probably got away with a walk. No, she did not. The fact that we're giving the wrestling updates is pretty cool. Second year of that program. Already come a long way. Dump off inside for Dressler. Gets caught up. Hayden Buckley into the ball game as well for the Trojans. She's got a left corner. Dressler back outside, backside short. Good look at one for Serena, and she knocks it down. Her first field goal of the ball game. She had a free throw earlier. Parker at the elbow for Wells. Back outside. She'll pull the trigger on a three. No good. And Buckley is there, but knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rams. We have a boys game coming up on the backside. Our nightcap here in this CNC matchup. Should be, I think, a little bit more competitive than this one has been here this evening. Higginbotham just made one from this range. That time off a little bit. And Troike going to bring it up the floor. At the free throw line. Kick back around. Here's Bailey Troike. Now Lopez for three on the way. And rebound cleared out of there by Wells for the Rams. Under 90 seconds to play here in the ball game. Trojans have dominated basically from the whistle. The Rams did lead, and this kid just keeps coming at you. Troike off to Buckley. She'll pull the trigger on a long two up, no good. Knocked around, it touched the out of bounds line. It'll stay with the Trojans here with 1:10 to play. We're just letting them play at this point. Hitting those youngsters some live fire. Dressler, long two, bounce around, shot no good, rebound by Wells. Wells is a freshman, Parker's a freshman. This Riverton team is going to be pretty good here in a couple years. Put that one in the book. Parker, shot no good, rebound by Lopez. A little miscommunication between those two. Under a minute to play. We'll have the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show coming up in just a little bit. We'll recap this game. Try to talk to the head coach of the Trojans, Brad Herlocker, and get you set for your boys game as well. All that still to come in about 33 seconds. This got to be her fifth steal of the half for Higginbotham, and she'll lay it up off the glass. Good. Higginbotham's a sophomore. I'm telling you, this will be a more competitive game next year. 24 points here. The elbow for Dressler. Short, that 3-point. They like that corner. This time no good. Rebound no pulled out of there by Nowlin. Push up in front. Here's Parker. She'll lay it up with the right hand. Ooh, can't get it to go. Higginbotham, though, is right there. Her shot's no good. How about Nowlin? How about somebody box out somebody? And that'll be the way we end this one. Not the greatest end, but a end nonetheless. 54-30, your final score here in this girls' game as the Lady Trojans continue and stay at the forefront of the CNC. There's a three-way tie between them, Frontenac and Colgan. They moved to 7-2 on the year, do the Trojans. They moved to 12-2 in the regular season. It's a 7-2 in the CNC. Again, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll recap this first half and get things going on the boys' game. All that here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. We'll hear from her and talk about this when we return on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Line.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season. Back out here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. BJ Harris along with you. Got Jess Murphy running an errand down to go find some boys starters. Ladies just took care of business here in the first game of the night as the Trojans roll Riverton 54-30. Riverton led one time, 2-0 at the beginning of this game. Trojans went on a 9-0 run from that point and never looked back. Led by 21, that was their largest lead at the point at halftime. To Riverton's credit, they held serve kind of in the first half. In fact, trimmed the lead back to 20. But then the Trojans poured it on in the fourth quarter. Good start for Olivia Cullen that kind of got them going. 2 threes from Michaela Osmus in the quarter as well. As the Trojans rolled a victory here, 54-30. Final numbers. Trojans led by Faith Pullen with 12. Michaela Osmus with 11. 7 points from Kinley Smith, who had some foul trouble there late in the second half and had to sit down a little bit. She was having a really good game. 6 points from Danica Lopez. 6 points from Danica Lopez. 2 threes to close out the first quarter in the midst of that 9-0 run. 3 points from Serena Short. 3 points from Jada Valley for the Trojans. 6 points from Olivia Cullen and 4 points from Emmeline Syndicate for the Trojans, as they get 8 girls in the scorebook here tonight, and again win it 54-30. We'll take another quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk to the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlock, when we return here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
For more than 20 years, Coles Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Coles Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. Farmers and ranchers trust Coles Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Coles is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Coles Service. Check them out online at colesservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Looking at the boys warming up, we'll kick off our pregame show in just a little bit and talk about that boys matchup. We're still talking about the ladies as the Lady Trojans cruise to victory here and get a win over the Riverton Rams 54-30. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Brad Herlocker. His interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And, Coach, we talked about it, me and Murph, that this was one of those games you got to just come, get the work done. Don't let a team that doesn't have any business necessarily playing with you play with you, and it looked like your girls had that mentality right from the word go.
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I feel like I should either be doing karaoke here or stand-up. I've been told I'm not good at either one of them, but no, I thought our girls, after unbelievably emotional, as emotional a game as I've played in this year for sure. I mean, there's not a remote second
last night.
That last night game, so it would have been real easy to come out and lay an egg, come out really flat, and I thought our kids came out really well and executed offensively. We didn't make bad passes, didn't take bad shots. We took really good shots, and it paid off most of the time.
I got about 90 seconds scheduled for this interview. It's your time. You can do whatever you want with it. If you want to sing, baby. You get a good win here. Again, just a team effort. The fact that you can go so deep in your bench, I mentioned that a few times as well, that obviously Faith Poland's really good and your leading scorer, and a lot of your offense goes through her. Jada Valley's right there as well, and then Michaela Osmus. But really, after Faith, it's pretty even. You can kind of plug and play people, and we've talked about this a lot. You like to take out option number 1, number 2, but you've got a bunch of 2 through 10 really if you can put them in the ball game and be effective.
Yeah, we've been running a big rotation all year long, and the benefits of that, we have a couple actually out on quarantine tonight, and people slide into those spots, and we are missing those 2 players, missing leadership and everything from them, and hope to get them back next week, but it's always next up, and we've got kids that have, I think, really, really grown this year as much as they have any year. So I'm just really excited about this year and excited about the future.
Well, you got that good win over Frontenac on last night. Luckily, you don't have to play them again until Tuesday. So if you get a chance to play them and weather holds off, what are you going to be able to do different against that Frontenac team, if anything?
Well, we won, so I don't want to do a whole lot different with it, especially with the outcome of the deal. Score more points.
So win, is that it?
Score more points than they do. I think that's generally what we try to do. But no, I learned a lot. They learned a lot about us. No 2 games are ever the same. So next time out, even though it's just a week away, I imagine it will be very, very different, and we'll have different challenges, and I hope the kids once again rise up to them.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Another good win for you guys and playing good. It's the time you got to be doing it at this time of the year for sure. You'll be back here in a few weeks, and that's when you definitely got to be playing your best basketball.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show here on Girard Sports Live. The Lady Trojans cruise to victory here 54-30 with their win over the Riverton Rams. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll start to kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, and we return right after this on Girard Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
I used to need a nerd to help me with all my internet problems. The internet is not working.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
The internet? Why am I not getting my email? But now I have Croccan high-speed internet, and my internet just works. With Croccan fiber optic internet, I have all the speed I need and a connection that won't let me down. Larry, come on.
You don't need a nerd, you need Croccan.
Back in here in Riverton, BJ Harris, Jess Murphy getting ready for this boys game. We're in the midst of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Community National Bank and Trust, just mentioned, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon, pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust, a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Trojans coming into this ball game on the boys' side. Playing pretty well, 10-4 on the year, but haven't played in a week. We'll see how that has a factor in this one, if any. Trojans led by Bram Bourne right now, as he has led them in scoring in 4 straight games. He had 20 the last time out against Anderson County when they won 46-27. Gabe Mulia had 8. Rand had 7 in that ball game. Right now, Bourne leading them in scoring as well, 12.9 points per ball game. Gabe at 10.2 points per night. And then the Rigby Bourne with 8.8 points per night. And kind of a similar situation for the Trojan men. They can kind of plug and place guys and not have a big drop-off really anywhere. And it makes it tough. Who are you going to take away? You're going to take away Bram Bourne? Well, then you're probably going to give up something inside, and that's going to be tough for you to overcome. And so we'll see how this Ram team comes in as they come into this ball game at 10-4 on the year. Derek Larison, a pretty good player for them. We'll watch him go here in just a little bit. These two teams met. It was on my girls' notes. Met on January 12th, and the Trojans slipped past them at home 44-39, so you know Riverton's probably got that one circled on their calendar, and they want to come out and play really good against this Trojan team. And again, we're going to be back here in a few weeks as they host Sub-State, and anytime you're a team, if you're playing pretty good basketball, you're hosting Sub-State, your mind kind of starts to think, what if we get to play in a Sub-State championship game at home? Trojans have played for some Sub-State championship games, but very rarely have we ever got to do it inside the gymnasium there at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, but it has been a few of them I've been able to call, and it was a pretty fun time, so certainly want to try to get there if you're the home team, but Trojans going to try to keep them from doing that. We'll see if they can when we return in just a little bit. We're going to take another quick break. We come back, we'll have your starting lineups and get this one underway here in Riverton, the Trojans and the Rams, tonight on Girard Sports Live.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Big city flavors, small town charm. That's C4 Coffee House and Country Store on the Square in Girard. The beautiful decor and country chic design is elevated to the next level with the delicious coffee and wide selection of boutique items. Handmade creations and hidden treasures can be found throughout the store. And of course, the selection of drinks and tasty treats is endless. Make C4 Coffee House and Country Store part of your daily routine. Find them on the northeast corner of the square or visit them at facebook.com/espresso self.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
I used to need a nerd to help me with all my internet problems. The internet is not working.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
The internet? Why am I not getting my email? But now I have Crocan high-speed internet, and my internet just works. With Crocan fiber optic internet, I have all the speed I need and a connection that won't let me down. Larry, come on.
You don't need a nerd, you need Crocan.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
Before surgery, I was having a lot of problems just walking. That was the main reason for doing it, and just to feel better, to be able to enjoy life. Dr. Latchman and her team are fantastic. I really feel like I've been given a second chance at life.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Back out here to Riverton High School. Great rendition of the national anthem by choir group. I would have been great in that choir group with the masks thing, because I would have just not sang, but been a part of it, and everybody thought, man, that guy's pretty good. Must be good. Back out here, they're getting ready to do the starting lineups here inside the gymnasium. We will as well for this one, the Trojans. I didn't grab the Trojan starters. You probably, Murph, grab this and do that starting lineups. I'll do the live read, though. Starting lineups are brought to you by our good friends at the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style that you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylists Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your very best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. Let it rip. I better turn that microphone on. Hey, how about that?
There you go. How about
that?
All right, we'll start here with your Riverton Rams. Number 2, Isaac Welch, he's a senior. Number 3, Joel Sigwa, he's a senior. Number 5, Kyle Harper, he's a sophomore. Then we'll go to number 23, Derek Larison, he's a sophomore. And number 32, Jamie Richardson. And then for your Girard Trojans, number 10, junior Bram Bourne. Number 12, sophomore Alex Kester. Junior, number 13, Quinn Oran. Then we start our 2 seniors, number 23, Gabe Muya, and number 24, Rigby Bourne.
Good job. Right there, starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Beginning of this one, always brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by and pick up a nice, beautiful gift. Craft supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even sign up for classes at Larrett Ceramics. 620-724-8442. First trip down the floor for the Trojans, a turnover. And it'll give the Rams a first crack at it offensively. Sikwa going to carry it from left to right. He'll give off left side for Welch. Back around through Larison, and now Sikwa with it. He'll attack. A little runner with the left hand, no good. And Kester comes out of there with a board. Quinn going to go the other direction. Probably got away with a double dribble there. Muya in transition with the left hand, good. And a 2-0 lead. Coach going to work immediately with that growl. Sikwa out high on the right wing. This is Harper. Give it up, move it through Larison. And out of bounds it goes. Another turnover by the Rams. And the Trojans will get another crack at it here offensively. Transition bucket was a good one. That you mentioned that, Murph, about the boys wanting to get out and run. So if you're the Rams, you want to let them have those fast breaks, but that means you can't cough it up. And you got to be good on rebounds and limit that press break. Here's Bourne for three. Bram, shot no good. Coming off a 20-point performance last time out last Friday. Little runner up off the glass, high, no good. Rebound by Richardson. He'll put it up. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Jamie Richardson. And Richardson, they don't put their heights in their roster.
Big.
Don't get me started on roster creation. Basketball is height important in basketball?
A little bit.
Is it a factor sometimes?
Well, they say you can't coach it.
So Richardson knocks down the first free throw. And Gabe Muya, Trojans have him listed at around 6'5". I'd say Richardson every bit of that.
30 pounds bigger.
And, yeah, makes both free throws as well. Bourne, Kester, swinging around quickly to the corner for Oran. Rigby Bourne with it. Back over to the corner for Kester. Maybe that's a mismatch down inside. I think Sickwell working against Bram Bourne. Bram, good move there. Shot just doesn't go. Sometimes you're not fortunate on the bounce. Richardson will push it up off the near side. Running to the corner. Right side open, looking at a three for Welch. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Oran. Trojans want to run. He's working against Richardson. Man-to-man here for the Rams. Muya, dump off inside Kester. Kester kind of mishandled that one. Rigby Bourne steps back. Three on the way. Used it all. In the glass. Those do not go through 99% of the time. That time it did. 2 minutes into this one, Trojans with the lead, 5-2. Here's Richardson into post. Gabe's going to have some work cut out for him. Good effort there, though, defensively on that first one. Sikwa going. He'll kick to Richardson on the corner. Trojans man up here defensively. Give way for Welch. He'll face off against Bram Bourne. That's the matchup there. Sikwa working against Oran. Good help from Gabe Muya on defense. And he'll scoop it up for Kester. Kester in transition on the far side. He gets his pocket picked by Harper. And it's going to be a jump ball in favor of the Rams. First sub of the ball game here for Riverton. In comes number 31 for them, Austin Anderson. Muya will sit down, and Logan Thomas will check into the ball game for the Trojans. Also into the game comes Gage Davenport for Kester. Off left side, Sikwa. He'll attack, kick to Welch. Give away to Richardson, top of the key. 5:04 to play in the first quarter. Outside for Welch. He'll look to drive. That's not Welch. That is Harper. Lost out of bounds to the Trojans. Also in, Brecken Troike checked in at that last dead ball.
Trojans come out with a man-to-man defense here. They play a lot of zone throughout the game.
Matchups appear to be pretty good across the board. It doesn't look like anybody necessarily has a huge advantage, but Trojans might. I think 5 count on Bram Bourne, and he was trying to direct some traffic. International sign for, what were you doing? That's palms up at the sky. I do it about 100 times a day. Ugh, what am I doing? Richardson on the right wing. Give it up for Welch. Lost. Troike. Trojans running. Up in front, Bram Bourne. Up off the glass and good. His first bucket of the ball game, and the Trojans lead 7-2. All 7 points coming in transition. Dump off at Richardson. Troike working against him. Little runner, no good. Good effort there by Sikwa to keep that one alive, and then everybody left him. Got to look at one. Rebound pulled out of there by Harper. Trojans another steal, another run out. This time it's Rigby Bourne. He'll be able to lay it up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Following was Thomas. He can't get it to go. Boy, missed opportunity there. And Rigby maybe came up a little bit gimpy. Wide open look at one for Sikwa. Rigby a little late to get there on the closeout. He'll go up and around him, get his own rebound. That's Welch, rather, and Welch lays it up, gets fouled, no bucket, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Rigby Bourne got banged up a little bit last Friday night at Anderson County. I was talking to Coach Westcott. He said if they had played Tuesday night, Rigby probably would have had to set that one out. So he's just fresh back off that turned ankle.
That is number one culprit in basketball, those ankles. Substitutions as Muya comes back in, so does Kester for the Trojans. Girard came in as well at that break. 7-2 Trojans in control here, 3:33 to play in this first quarter. I don't want to jinx it. I've called a lot of games this year, probably more high school basketball than I probably have called in a long time. I would take this officiating crew in my pocket and take them everywhere I go. So far, they've been the best I've seen all year of keeping things moving. No, I've not had one complaint about the officials. That's a lot of basketball without me having a complaint. It was a 3. I was on my rant about officials. Didn't see who made that. Was that 2? Welch make that one?
Yeah, I was listening to you, BJ. I was mesmerized by your speech there.
Sure, everybody was. There's Muya in the paint, spinning. Contact by Richardson. Well, see, I jinxed it. Going the other direction, Welch. Oran just trying to do some kind of transition. They're going to get a walk. That's very good transition D by Oran to get in there and get contact, but not enough contact, and keep him from getting an easy layup. Nice effort. He'll have it on the right side, Will Quinn. Muya, little zig when I thought you were going to zag. Welch. Ooh. Shot up, going to send him to the free throw line. 2:32 to play, a chance to tie this ball game up at 7. As Isaac Welch will step to the free throw line. It's the first foul on Muya, team foul number 3 on the Trojans. Welch's first free throw attempts of the night for anybody, and he'll knock down the first one. Into the ball game for Riverton came number 4, Landon Dunham. Certainly not subbing quite at the same pace as the Trojans are, but brought some guys in. Welch made the first, missed the second one. Trojans going to push it. Far side for Bourne. Girard hold on to a 1-point lead. Off to Muya. Give it inside for Oran. Kick out for Choiky. There's a good turn down by Brecken. Back outside for Muya. Matched up with Richardson. Stop, kick, Muya. 3 on the way. No good. Left it short. And, boy, dangerous. Nearly picking up another foul. Richardson will push it up the floor. He'll give way to Sikwa. Crossing over on Oran. Good move there. Baseline looking to go is Anderson. He'll kick. 3 by the guy who just checked in a moment ago in Dunham. And luckily misses. Here come the Trojans. Give to Troike, can't handle. And he'll go out of bounds off the Trojans. They've had some less than stellar possessions here of late for the Girard Trojans offensively. Luckily, they've been able to do a pretty good job defensively and had some breaks. Minute 37 to play in the first quarter. Jumping at his Bourne. Sikwa. Stopped, walked with it. Another good defensive effort there. Just to be in his way and not foul. It was questionable probably. Bourne will bring it across the timeline. Rigby. You already see, that's normally one he'll catch and go baseline every time, and then it just didn't feel like he had it there. There's a drive by Bourne, elevate over the top of Richardson, shot no good, and just had to adjust that shot too much. And Richardson will push it up the near side. Off to the right corner, who's Lock North. Jump ball is Sikwa, and that's an alternating possession in favor of the Girard Trojans with 54 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Low-scoring affair so far here in Riverton.
Well, you said earlier, BJ, that Trojans hadn't played since last Friday, but, they haven't been able to practice but maybe 1 or 2 days this week as well. So
right.
Not only no games, not much practice.
And Riverton actually has 1 less practice. And then talking to some of their coaches and athletic director that they not only did they not practice most this week for Riverton, but they were maxing out in weight class this week as well. So a little insider information. As you start seeing short free throws in the third quarter, you know why. I'm sure basketball coaches love that. Outside for Bourne. Over to Orand. He'll drive baseline, working on Sickle. Good move by Orand. Boy, that's nifty. Can't get it to go, but sure was cool to see. Other way goes Landon Dunham. He'll give way off the right side for Harper. Give it up to North. There's Richardson to the right side. Dunham lost it. Picked up by Harper. He's in the paint. Give way to North. Back outside. Obligatory get open call from the official or fans on the near side. Oh, boy, fortunate bounce of the ball there. He just throws it up at the buzzer and didn't get a very good look at one, did the Rams. But Trojans will take a 1-point lead to the end of one. Second quarter coming up next, right here on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
Here we go, second quarter action from Riverton. Rams with the basketball. Driving is Welch to the baseline. Closed out, well, was for a moment. Good recovery and a nice put up and finish by Welch. He's got most of their points in this first half. Does Welch. He has 7 of their 8, and they have their first lead of the ball game, do the Rams. And they're going to add to it, and Welch will be the guy to do it with a right-hand layup. Good. And they get one more like that. I bet you we see Coach Westcott take a timeout off left side for Rigby Bourne. Elevate Bram from the elbow. Good. He knew that one was going in from the time he decided to take it. 10-9. 7:05 to play. Off left side for Landon North. There's a steal. Good effort by Kester. And just couldn't quite keep it in. And Coach is getting on the rest of them that they weren't at the same level as Alex Kester. So we got to get up the floor with him. That happened pretty quickly, but better be heading the right direction. Harper to inbound for the Rams. They'll get it in for Sickwell here with 6:56 to play in the first half. Right wing for Richardson, working against Logan Thomas. Entry pass, it was good offense, good moving without the ball, and it's going to send Jamie Richardson to the free throw line. We'll see if it's on the floor or shooting. They will say he's shooting, so he'll be at the charity stripe here with 6:43 to play. His first trip to the line, no, his second rather. He went 2 for 2 in his first trip. Those are his only 2 points in that first quarter. Rams lead by 1 for the first time tonight. And he's 3 for 3 now from the charity stripe is Jamie Richardson. Gabe Muya going to come back in and replace Logan Thomas. Lady Trojans took care of business earlier tonight, 54-30 winners, as Richardson misses his first free throws. Up in front court for Rigby Bourne on the left side, working against North. He needs some help. Outside for Kester, contact, on Harper. Kyle Harper will pick up his first personal foul. It's team foul number 1 in this second quarter, in this first half, rather. Into the ball game also is Davenport. for the Trojans. Muya hold on the left side. Off near side, moving around. Patience here in the offense for the Trojans in the half court. And he'll drive Wilborn. He's scooping. Foul's going to be on the floor. And it will be against Harper. Back-to-back fouls on Harper. And he's got all of their team fouls as well. 6:12 to play first half. This is kind of turned into a little bit of a lull of a game so far. No, not a lot of fireworks. Entry pass down inside North with the interception, and going the other way is Sikwa for the Rams. He'll try to cross over. Dang, that's a play right there. And if it results that way, the other way, that's the best turnaround I've seen all night. That was a great pocket pick by Bramborn. They stay with it. Stripped his Muya and out of bounds. It's going to stay with it. And the Trojans will keep the basketballs. They'll inbound from underneath their own basket. And a steal, Cowboy turnabout's fair play for Bramborn. And on the near side looking to drive. This is Dunham. You give way to Sikwa, who thought about it. Close out by Iran. Here's a three-point break. And he follows his shot. Welch, pretty good little player. They let him play, and he follows his shot, gets it, and there's that timeout. As Welch has now 6 points in the second quarter. He's got 10 for the ball game. First guy in double figures. It's a 30. We'll keep it here. And I've failed to hit on this tonight, but I hope Dale has done this. You'll tell on him if he hasn't, I'm sure, Murph. But our new program through Easy Relic, it's the thing we're trying to try out anyways here this year, where you can get highlights texted right to your phone. No charge to you. There's a look in at that graphic. It's not a very good one. GHS to 816-406-0051. Text GHS to 816-406-0051. If that dunk had gone down, you definitely would have wanted to see that. Just a little something we're trying out. You tried that out yet, Murph? Thanks for the support. Another turnover by the Trojans. This has been a less than stellar few minutes here of basketball for Girard, and Rams trying to take advantage of it. Their largest lead of the ball game now is at 4. Led by 3 once in this ball game. Trojans have led by as many as 5. Richardson for 3 on the way. Swish. Trojans better get it under control. Here's Bramborn, pull-up jumper on the way, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Richardson. It's one of the toughest shots to make in basketball. Off right side, looking to drive as well. She has taken over this game for them. Now the largest deficit of the game is 7 for the Trojans. They lost the lead to start this second quarter, have not regained it. Sikwa misses that one. Rebound by Oran. Trojans need a bucket. Going the other way, Bramborn trying to direct traffic. Muya was not expecting that. And another turnover by the Trojans. Girard's en route to a win one from the Gipper kind of speech from Rod Westcott here at halftime in a little bit, because they have kind of come out slightly disinterested, I guess would be my assessment. Maybe a little sluggish coming off that. Again, not a lot of practice this week. It's been a week since they played, but the other guys on the floor are in the same boat. And this has been not a real inspiring first half so far for the Trojans, so they'll have to figure that out here halfway through this second quarter and want to end on a good flurry down the stretch and try to get back some of the momentum they might have had after one quarter of play. Kester with it. O'Randall, drive, good move to the rim by Oran. Boy, that's the best take of the night for the Trojans. And his first bucket of the night for Quinn Oran. He averages nearly 7 points a game. That doesn't take anything away from Riverton. They played a pretty good first half so far. They've stopped that momentum when the Trojans looked like they were going to get it. They've limited those transition buckets and made them play in the half court. So Riverton's doing what they need to do. Again, these two teams played back in early January, and it was a 5-point difference at the end. The Trojans won 44-39. Richardson at the free throw line. Dunham back outside. Now here's Sikwa. He'll drive, kick, back to Dunham on the left wing, close out by Kester. 3:03 to play first half. Trojans trail by 5. Richardson, he's not quite as effective with Gabe Muyas in the ball game so far here in this first half. Good night. Those guys, Rand and Bramborn, I'm not sure I'd get a shot off if I played them in one-on-one. Sikwa. Move it around over to Dunham on the left wing. Back to Sikwa. Richardson walked with it. I had to check myself at a game not so long ago where I was so frustrated with the officiating, and that doesn't happen very often with me. And I had to almost mea culpa right there because it was so frustrating. And I'm telling you, it's been refreshing as can be tonight to have a good crew that's on top of it, and I'm glad that's not a factor. Off right side for Bourne. Kester. Kick, move it around, off the right wing now. Quickly to the corner for O'Rand. Give way to Muya. Richardson given enough space to let him think about it. Perhaps now he'll close out. Now on the right side, Kester just threw his hands, and he was out of bounds. Another unforced turnover by the Trojans. 2 minutes to go here, first half. Looking to come into the ball game for the first time is Tommy McDowell, 6'5" sophomore. That's the name I was running through this roster I did not recognize. But I like 6'5" sophomore. Take that all day. He comes in, roaming that middle. He's going to have some work against Jamie Richardson. Giving up a little bit of size as well. They'll get it to Richardson. He'll face against McDowell. Go up. Good defense. Shot no good. Rebound. Good position there by Rigby Bourne. A foul going to be called on Locke North. That is a cool name. Yep. One of a kind. Right side for O'Rand. Here's McDowell. Push off left side for Bramborn. Here's Rigby. Back to McDowell. And something going on downstairs. And Quinn O'Rand, I think they're going to get a moving screen. Offensive foul of some kind down there. Quinn O'Rand picks that up. It's his second. Team foul number 5 on the Trojans. They're not in a real hurry in the half court, or the Rams. This game's right where they'd like it to be. 5-point lead here with 1:15 to play first half. G and Bake halftime show coming your way in just a moment. We'll recap this first half. We'll recap that girls game for you in just a little bit as well. Here's a 3 from the top of the key. Shot no good. North was there, but good effort by Brecken Troike. I missed it. Foul on Sikwa. Into the game for the Rams a moment ago was Colton Thomas. Here's Rigby Bourne for 3. Get in there. Shot no good. Knocked around. Picked up by Welch. Welch push off Sikwa on the right wing, right corner. He'll go baseline. Kick. Welch another good look at one. Good. Kid can play. How about 9 second quarter points for him? He's got 12 for the contest. 13 for the contest. McDowell, 31 seconds to play. Troike, charge. That's right, call. Brecken Troike will pick up his second personal foul. Team foul number 6. And 29 seconds. Riverton's going to work for the final shot. Trojans will have some work cut out for them when they head into the second half of this one. Sikwa to the corner. Dunham, back around they'll go. 14 seconds. to Richardson. He'll catch and fire. 3 on the way, no good. To be determined. Sick was there. Loose ball, 7 seconds. Kick for Welch. 3 on the way, just in and out. Rebound pulled out of there by Rigby Bourne and a foul. And it is their 7th team foul, so it's going to send Rigby Bourne to the free throw. No, it's their 6th, rather. It would have been our 7th. So the Trojans will have to run a 1.4 second full court play here. Oof. Not sure where to go with that one, but either Rigby Bourne not happy about it either. 19-11 your score, though. The Trojans have some work to do. They're going to have to figure it out when they come back at halftime. We'll talk about it here on the GN Bank Halftime Show. We'll take a quick break, come back and recap that first half and get you set for the second half. GN Bank, providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. We're back after this on the GN Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
I used to need a nerd to help me with all my internet problems.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
I used to need a nerd to help me with all my internet problems. The internet is not working.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
The internet? Why am I not getting my email? But now I have Crocan high-speed internet, and my internet just works. With Crocan fiber optic internet, I have all the speed I need and a connection that won't let me down. Larry, come on.
You don't need a nerd, you need Crocan.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans! Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
We're at halftime of this one. The Girard Trojans right now trailing by that score you see on your screen, 19-11. We're in the midst of the GN Bank halftime show. BJ Harris, Jess Murphy back out here as the Trojans had the early lead in this ball game, 2-0, and it was tied at 2-2. Then they got the lead as large as 5. Trojans have led by as many as 5. When they led 7-2, it was 7-6 at the end of 1. Riverton grabbed the lead 8-7. To start the second quarter and have not relinquished it since that point. Rams have led by their largest margin, which is where it is right now at 8 points. They led for a good portion of that. They just kept growing that lead throughout that second quarter behind the shooting efforts of Isaac Welch, who leads all scorers right now. So take a look at our halftime numbers brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. You're more than just a number at Farm Bureau in Girard. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho will work with you to find the right plan to meet your needs. Farm Bureau offers the right kind of personal touch, the one you need to protect what matters most. Give Farm Bureau Financial Services in Girard a call at 620-724-4213. Mentioned Isaac Welch with 13 points, and then it's 6 points from Jamie Richardson, and that's it for them. They've only got 19, and It's only between those two guys. Trojans spread the wealth a little bit more. 4 points from Bram Bourne, 3 points from Rigby Bourne, and 2 points from Gabe Muya, 2 points from Quinn O'Rand. This is a low-scoring contest. This would be a typical score about midway point of the first quarter in a lot of games. Instead, it's halftime of this contest. So what did the Trojans have to draw up, try to come back into it? We will find out when we get the second half started. Lady Trojans took care of business tonight as they won it earlier 54-30. We'll talk about that game, let you know where to find us next week, get you ready for the second half of this one. All that and more still to come here on the GN Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call's Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call's Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. Farmers and ranchers trust Call's Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call's Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209. Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Back here at halftime, the Girard Trojans trail 19-11. Murph, grab that mic and get in on this conversation as you kind of think about that first half. You've seen more of the Trojans this year than I have. Was my assessment just a little sluggish, maybe? Astute? I don't know.
No, I agree with you, BJ. Another thing about these boys, this motion offense they run, when the ball doesn't stick, and if you see when they get good looks, it's constant motion. The ball never sticks in one spot.
Right.
And it seemed like a lot of that second quarter, it was a lot of pass, look. Pass, look. I mean, It just wasn't that quick motion. They didn't get a lot of good looks, and they got a couple, at least one offensive screen call, and not very many runaways. And the couple runaways they did get, I think they missed the layup, and it's just a little bit off. But, you know, they're only down, 8 going into second half, so plenty of basketball to play.
Surely. Just a few minutes left here in halftime. We're in the midst of this GN Bank halftime show as the Trojans trail 19-11. Again, the ladies won earlier tonight, 54-30. Led in the win by Faith Poland with 12. Pretty quiet second half, but she had done all her work in the first half. 11 points from Michaela Osmus on 3 threes in the ball game, including 2 in the fourth quarter. 7 points from Kinley Smith for the Trojans. Top 3 scores in this one. Back in action on Tuesday, weather permitting, as the Trojans welcome back in the Frontenac Raiders. Should be a good one there at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, as we'll have JV coverage starting at 4:30, followed by varsity girls, varsity boys, and then home again against Baxter Springs on Friday, as welcoming the Lions for the same kind of lineup there. That's the next 2 ball games out here on Girard Sports Live. And, of course, don't forget our campaign from Easy Relic. If you want to learn more about that texting service, if you see something you like, you want to see it again, all you got to do is text GHS to that number we provided, and you can It's 816-406-0051. It's free of charge. Does not cost you anything other than your local data charges you might get from any kind of text message. And then you'll get a link sent right to your phone with that video clip of the last 90 seconds of the game. It's pretty neat. It's a new company. They reached out to us. They don't have any kind of partnership like that. This is about the only place you can get that kind of service. It's proprietary to them. It's a neat little thing that we're trying out for them. And if you want to know more, go to GirardSportsLive.com/EZ. The letters EZ. And you can have that. You can share the clips right from your Facebook page. You probably have been around like 3 and 2 up there in Olathe area that they have the baseball complex. They've got partnerships with places like that for little kids baseball and those types of things. If you see a home run, you want to see it again. But this is kind of the first foray into what we do. And excited to have that partnership with Kyle and those guys at Easy Relic. So take advantage of it. I also have a little contest going on among our 5 channels who can get the most clips sent. And we got some work to do. You guys got some work to do down here.
We're not winning that.
No. But you do have the most viewers, so I'll take that all day. Love our Trojan fans. Up off left side. And a trip and a fall. And it'll stay with the Trojans here as we're underway now in this second half. Trojans down by 8. Largest deficit of the ball game for either team. They've led by as many as 5 as well. At the elbow from Muya, face against Richardson. Got to take that every chance you get. A little strip from behind. Kester ends up with it. He'll get fouled, and Alex will go to the free throw line to shoot too. You want to put that down? Or you want to keep holding it?
I might just hold it for a minute. I might have something smart to say here shortly.
First time for anything. Kester at the stripe. And he'll knock down the first one. Not a 45% free throw shooter, so not his forte. His first time on the board here tonight. In the scorebook, though. Got to start somewhere to try to trim this lead back down. And good start for the Trojans. Back-to-back free throws for Kester. Now you need to stop. No real problems defensively. Welch has had a few open looks at some, but other than that, the Trojans have done a nice job defensively. Otherwise, this might have gotten out of hand in the first half because the offense just wasn't there. Richardson will face against Muya. Gabe's done a good job against him tonight. They'll switch off here. They've stuck a lot of man-to-man. Coach has kind of gone with that here this evening. And a carry going to be called on Sikwa. And that's the turnover the Trojans needed. Off left side, controlled by Bram Bourne. Bram, leading scorer, only had 4 points in that first half, but that was a good portion of their output. Muya going to face on Richardson. Back over to Kester. He'll drive, he'll elevate. Jumper on the way. Good look, Alex Kester. Pushing him forward right now. He averages 4 points a game. He's got 4 points already here in the first minute 10 of this second half, and already has the Trojans pulled back to within 5. Back to within 4, rather. And another walk and a turnover on Welch. And a sluggish start to this second half for the Ramblers. Up off the far side for Bourne. There's Muya on the right corner. Ball knocked out of his hands by Richardson. He'll guard him close, better get rid of it. He will. Rigby Bourne will ran quickly to Bram to the corner for Kester. And back around they'll go it, reverse it to the near side for Orand. Boy, Kester was going to be there. Good jump by Sikwa, but gathered up by Bram Bourne. He'll elevate. Leaner on the way, no good. Muya's there. He will come away with it. Helped out. Bram Bourne finishes. Kester, how about it? Keep the kid going. That one's no good. Rebound pulled out of there and cleared by Derek Larison. Sikwa up the far side. Richardson. Stopped, good defense, and a little too good perhaps. Rigby Bourne, I think, going to get that one. It will be his first. Team foul number 1 here in the second half as well. 5:49 to play in the third quarter. Sick will hold out high. Harper on the right wing working against Rigby Bourne. Give way to Welch. I didn't think he'd be afraid to take that. Right in the face of Bram Bourne. I say we clear the floor, just let those two play a game, see what happens. Welch has got the upper hand right now. He has 16 points. That's his third 3 of the ball game. Back to a 7-point deficit. Offside for Kester. Mulia working against Richardson. Those two about canceled each other out. Elevate Mulia. That one's not going to go. Knocked around. To be determined. And cleared out of there by number 31, Austin Anderson. Up far side. Oh, poked out of there and stolen away. Quinn Oran. Sikwa going to try to get a hold of him. Tons of contact. Oran goes down, but he gets the bucket to go, and that's all that matters. He's got 4. Driving Welch, bumped by Bourne. They're letting him play a little bit. Blocked by Mulia. Get out of here. And foul going to be called against Welch. I looked down to write down something. I didn't see that one, but I believe it's just his first.
It's on 5.
Not. It's on 5, not Welch. On Harper, it's his 3rd. Near side for Bramborn. Approaching the midway point of this 3rd quarter. Brecken Troike. Ooh, who was going to be there if he keeps reversing? Good patience by Kester. Shot no good. Loose ball. Bodies at the floor. It was definitive. I'm not sure what it was, though. It's going to be in favor of the Rams. Must have been off of Brecken Troike. I think that was the guess. What are you going to do there? 22-17. Sikwa. Off right wing for Richardson. Move through to Welch. Dump off inside Richardson. Troike's going to have to play good defense, and he walked a little bit. Coach Shockey wanted a foul, and he probably would have been in the justified if had one been called, because Troike kind of gave him the old body push, but was straight up and down, kind of got away with it. Worked out in favor of the Trojans, and that's okay. Under 4 to go here, 3rd quarter. Crossover looking to drive. Bourne elevates on the way, good.
And
nice play.
Right, that's Bram's game right there.
Well, he's got them back to within 3. 22-19. Trojans a better 3rd quarter. Maybe some of the best basketball they played yet tonight. Sikwa on the right wing. Foul going to be on the floor against the Trojans. And we get Quinn Orand for that one. His 3rd. Team 2nd here in the 2nd half. Dunham to get it in, and then the foul, we're picking him up like the free right now. I think they get Troike on that one, perhaps. I don't know if they want 1-2 or 2-2. They do get Troike his 3rd. Now we're starting to rack up fouls, and not in a good way. And that's going to send to the free throw line Austin Anderson for his first trip to the stripe tonight, and he'll rattle in the first one.
Yeah, they just flat lost track of him during that inbounds play, and he just snuck around 2 defenders and had a wide open look.
Out goes Kester, out goes Orand. In comes Davenport along with Logan Thomas for the Trojans. Second one's no good on the take by Anderson. 4-point contest. To the corner for Troike. Over to Davenport on the right wing. Right corner now for Thomas. Trojans catching fire 3 from Rigby. Bourne can't get it to go. And cleared out of there by Richardson. Rams with a chance to add to their lead here with 3:05 to go in the 3rd. Sikwa, boys got some scoots. And it'll be foul. Kind of when somebody that fast can come at you, you're going to be hard pressed to get in good position, and that's exactly what happened there. And now Brecken Troike has 4 fouls. Brecken Troike sometimes like he went to the B.J. Harris School of picking up fouls.
Sometimes he plays basketball from the middle linebacker position on the football.
I love it. You got to have that mentality. There's been some dudes over the years who have been pretty good basketball players that have played with that mentality in Girard. It's my obligatory Reed Murphy reference every year I have to talk about. He played that way.
Tyler Green a little.
Yep. Looking to drive is Bourne, step around, elevate, left a little short, knocked around, to be determined. That's like a volleyball match, and then a runner by Bourne. He'll finish with the left hand, and good. Bourne needs to warm up. He's got 8 points. Trojans back to within 2. It's right there for the taking now. Welch, top of the key. Don't give him any room at all. Outside for Sequa. Catch from Richardson. He'll drive. Elevate. Right hand, no good. Rebound. Pulled out of there by Rigby-Bourne. Get a good way to Bram. Bram's going one direction only. Davenport. Good patience. Good finish. Davenport, first bucket of the ball game, gives us a tie contest. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Shockey. It's a 30. We'll take it along with him. 23-23. The Trojans coming back in this third quarter on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center's bariatric program has made extraordinary changes to many people's lives.
Before surgery, I was having a lot of problems just walking. That was the main reason for doing it, and just to feel better, to be able to enjoy life. Dr. Latchman and her team are fantastic. I really feel like I've been given a second chance at life.
Call to learn more. Girard Medical Center, caring for our community one patient at a time.
23-23 Trojans trailed by 8 at the break. They've overcome that deficit. Riverton with the basketball, that's a walk. Shot no good. And he gets a tip back. Isaac Welch has 18 in the contest. And he'll help keep the lead in favor of the Rams for now. Minute 41 to play, third quarter. Rigby-Bourne's trying to say no. Shot no good. Logan Thomas trying to get the board. He'll save it. Good effort there. Davenport's there. Reset it here with 90 seconds to play. Muya driving on Richardson, gets it around him, up and off the glass, no good. Knocked around. Who's there? Rigby-Bourne. Back to Thomas. He'll drive. He wants to get in on the action. His shot's no good. And Richardson says, that's enough of that. We're going to go the other direction. It's hard to get that round thing to go through the round hole. Going the other direction. Richardson, loose ball. Bourne out to Thomas. Trojans going to push it up the floor now. He'll give it up to Rigby. Ooh, Davenport's there. And Gage didn't realize he was going to be there. Back outside, they'll reset here with 60 seconds to go third quarter. It's been a good one for the Trojans to get back in this one. Good move again. Bourne scoop with the right hand, good. He is so quick off the dribble. Tough to defend. He's in double figures now, and the Trojans have tied it back up at 25 all. And what has been mostly a yawner of a night, the best stretch of basketball of the evening here. Back outside, here's Richardson, left wing. Again, he has been limited to just 6 points in this ballgame, none here in this third quarter. Sequa, that first step is a fast one. Doing his best Bourne impersonation, his first bucket of the ballgame. Off the dribble there, Trojans can work for the final shot of this third quarter. They have not led since the end of the first quarter. They lost their lead on the first possession of the second and have not had it back since. Kick, this might be it. Rigby-Bourne for 3. Ooh, get in there. Boy, I was coiled for a call there, buddy, to close out the third quarter. That one's going to be stuck in my brain for eternity. That would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah, at least there's something going to be in your brain there, BJ.
That'll be it. That's all that's there. It's a running thing. It's everything gets replaced.
Well, I've already forgot what we was talking about. So.
Oh, a long one here from Welch. That would be icing on the cake, and that darn near was there. And you had it, too. Good job, buddy. 27-25, Trojans down by 2, but they've chipped in the lead. Fourth quarter's next. When you're home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done, roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Here we go, fourth quarter underway now here in Riverton. This is a dandy so far in the making, 27-25. Trojans down by 2. They trailed by 8 to start the third quarter and got it to within 2. We're tied a couple of times as well. Welch has been the key for them all night long. He's got 18 of their 27. Sikwa back down inside to Welch. Backing, working on Bram Bourne.
No.
Nothing you can do about that. Nothing you can do about that. That was about as good a defense as Bram could have done, and that dude's just playing pretty good basketball right now. 29-25. On the left side, Oran crossing over on Sikwa. Set him down. Going the other direction. Back to him. Oran will drive. Little push one. That's basically a pass to Kester. Kester off the glass and good. Kester got him going in that third quarter. He had the first 4 points of the third quarter for the Trojans. And he gets the first one of the fourth quarter for Girard. 29-27. Welch, that was a good closeout. Outside for Sikwa. Trojans, man, they got straight man all night. Driving Sikwa. Welch still has a press in his back pocket. I've seen him pull out. That's off the mark. But who's there? Welch. Off near side for Orand. Thomas move it over to Mui on the left wing. And I tell you, Bram Bourne never stops moving. Orand scoop with the right hand. What a take by Quinn Orand. He gets it on the front of that iron, just lays it up nice and pretty, and he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the and one. He's got 6 for the contest. Coach wants a timeout. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here. 31-29. Trojans just haven't been able to get over the hump here down the stretch of this one, but you kind of feel like it's on its way in this game. The Trojans again. Ladies won earlier tonight, 54-30. They will maintain. There's a 3-way tie in the CNC on the girls' side of things. I don't know where the boys' rankings are at, how things are sitting.
Me neither.
Trojans got to be right in the mix at 5-2. But they got to get a win here, be 6-2. And next week, things are going to get decided next 2 weeks. As we go down the stretch, I think the regular season closes out with Colgan. It may come down to that on both teams.
The only regular league season loss to Galena, we split,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that Galena team's good.
Yeah. That first win of the year was not a conference game. And
imagine that.
Quinn Orand, Trojans got the win. Quinn Orand completes the 3-point play, gets the Trojans back to within 1. Again, Girard has not led since they relinquished the lead to start the second quarter. They led briefly in the second quarter and have not had it. It's been tied a few times. On the far side, Dunham over to Sikwa. Trojans in his own. North, kick back outside. Here's Dunham for 3, no good. Got to clear those glass. The shortest dude on the floor got a rebound right in front of the tallest guy. Here's Richardson. He'll drive. Muya, hand there. Good defense. And he redeemed himself immediately. Now it's going the other way. Trojans with a chance to take their first lead since they led 7-6. Skip past far side Thomas to the corner Muya. If he gets that baseline, he'll take it. Back around to Kester. Here's Orand. Back to Muya. Quick closeout by Richardson. He'll drive on him, and he is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Will Gabe. And he's a close to 70% free throw shooter. Just 2 points on the night for Muya. These would be 2 big ones here.
Yeah, I guess we'll credit Richardson on some defense. Gabe just hasn't attacked the basket much all game.
Yeah, I said it earlier. Those two have kind of canceled each other out. That's been the case. Richardson has 6. Muya has 2. And this is the first one.
Brecken comes back in with his 4th foul, 4 fouls already. So.
You get 5, so. Muya missed them both. Oh, off the chest. Yep, that direction, off 2. Trojans will get the ball back. A fortunate bounce of the basketball there. Into the ball game for the Rams comes Derek Larison. He starts the games, hasn't played a ton, and certainly hasn't been much of a factor. Out goes North. We need to get it inbound, get it to Bram on the left side, working against Welch. I'm telling you, if this thing goes to overtime, just let those two have a one-on-one game for about 3 minutes and let it go. Backside, Troike, yep, that ball needs to go up, working against that one. Bourne off the catch, dribble, shot, good. What a take by Bram Bourne, coming alive in the second half. He's got 8 second-half points, 12 for the ball game, and the Trojans lead for the first time in a long time, 32-31. Off left side, Sikwa. Thought about it. Kester's long. Not going to go over it. Trojans have sunk into it's a zone with a one-on-one game between those guys. Kind of a 1-3 zone with Bourne just all over Welch. And there is Dunham to make them pay in that zone. It's going to have to be extended if you take it. Dunham, his first field goal, first points of the night are big ones to give the Rams back the lead. 34-32. 4:43 to play here in the ball game. Was that a 4 or 30? I missed it. We'll just keep it here.
They're setting, so. Well,
we'll keep it here.
One team setting, one team standing. So this game, BJ, I know there's only 5 team fouls for us and 14 fouls on Riverton, but 90% of the basketball games when there's 2 points to go with 5 minutes comes down to free throws.
Sure. Yep.
So, and who's got the fresher legs and who can make the free throws coming down the stretch a lot of times decides the game.
Yeah, and I don't have access. I barely had access to a roster for Riverton, so I didn't have access to their stats. But the Trojans' free throw shooting leaves a little bit to be desired. Nobody's great and nobody's terrible at it. So that's tough. You just don't know who to foul in those situations. But we will see if it comes down to that here. Trojans look like they grabbed the lead momentarily, and then immediately Riverton grabbed the lead right back on the three-point bucket by Dunham. And Trojans need to answer back here on this offensive possession. At this point in the game, you just can't really have any open frames. Right side, O'Rand. Over to Muya, left wing. He'll need help. He will get it from O'Rand. It was open for a second. O'Rand scoop it with the right hand. Shot no good. Troike goes up. He is fouled. Brecken will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 and a chance to tie this ball game up at 34.
And I can't really tell you last time Brecken Chorkey's played a basketball game. I think he's been out the last at least 2 weeks, if not 3.
Really? 50% free throw shooter. And this is that one off the back iron.
That means you ought to make this one.
That's right. Out goes North. Rather Larison with 2 fouls. There's a second one from Troike, and there you go.
50%.
The math magician. 34-33. Trojans down by 1. 4:15 to play here in the ball game. Sikwa. Screen comes from Richardson. Token North with it. He'll scoop off for Welch. Better get on him.
He wanted the ball.
Yep. Dunham over the right wing now. Move to North. Here's Sikwa. Bram trying to deny Welch. Just keep him from touching the ball because he has done some stuff with it when he catches it. It's pretty gnarly. Back outside Dunham. Good defense there by the Trojans. Way outside for Richardson. 3:41 to play here in the ball game. Maybe one of the longest possessions of the night for the Rams. And again, part of that is Bram Bourne he's going to run 10 miles in this game trying to keep up. North, not the guy they probably want shooting a 3 right there.
Yeah, we'll let him take that shot all night.
Yep, I would encourage him. And here's the Trojans a chance to try to take the lead right back. Led about the 5-minute mark. Now down by 1. High percentage shot. Don't force anything at this point. Off right corner for O'Rand, back to Bourne. Left side, he'll drive with Troike. Troike, runner with the right hand, no good. He gets his own rebound. He'll go up, he'll be fouled again. And Brecken Troike, who's been relatively quiet tonight offensively, is going to go right back to the free throw line with a chance to take the lead here from the charity stripe. He just went 1 out of 2 a moment ago.
Now the defense we're in, BJ, back in the day, that was called a box and one. Correct?
Yeah, it is, but I mean, a lot of times at box and one, you'll have 2 out high and 2 down low. They've kind of got 1 out high and 3 down low, and then Bourne just running around. So I'm not sure what coach could call that, but yeah, essentially it is. And Brecken makes 2 for 2 at the stripe, and the Trojans are back in front now, 35-34. Rams with the basketball. Dunham from way too far away and way too good. What are you going to do about that? He's got 2 threes in the fourth quarter. He has been the thorn in the side here in this one. Right back, shot no good, and they're going to get a stop with the Rams. Trojans need a stop of their own. Take a guy who hasn't made a bucket all night and then shoots one from 4 feet behind the three-point line. What are you going to do about that? Sikwa working against Quinn Oran to put on a clinic on how to play defense. On-ball defense. Shorkey gets right up on North. Oran playing it off the official. Bodies hit the floor. Official's standing right on top of it, says equal opportunity. And
I apologize. I might have been watching the game there and not might have been just at the edge of your screen.
Darn it, Murph.
Yeah.
That's why I don't run camera. That would happen every trip down the floor.
I caught the half-court shot while ago.
Yes, you did. If it would have gone down, that would have been Sports Center worthy. Off left side for Bourne. Trojans with a chance to try to tie and take the lead again. Every time they've done it, Landon Dunham said no. Troike back outside Oran. Muya working against Richardson. Rigby Bourne, he wants one of those long threes. Not going to go. Rebound cleared out of there by Larison. And we are at the 92nd mark of a 2-point game.
When do we start fouling, BJ?
Not for a while. Play defense. Right side. How about now? I think it's early. I think you still play defense, and I don't think you certainly don't intentionally foul the guy who's the hottest player in the gym right now. But it will be on the floor, so it's just 6. So the next one will be shooting foul. Welch to inbound. To Richardson. We'll cover him up. Out high. Now Sikwa way out there. 1:09 to play. And Coach Shockey wanted a timeout. I thought he went to go call a timeout.
I wanted to travel.
Richardson out high, and we're under 60 seconds to play in this one. Still a while ways to go, Sikwa. And a foul going to be called on Gabe Muya, and that's going to send Richardson to the free throw line to shoot 2. He is 3 out of 4 on the night from the stripe. Those 2 threes from Dunham have been the difference. If he doesn't make those 2 threes, obviously it's 6 points. It's a big difference, but who saw it coming? The Rams, without those, just had the 2 points or 4 points from Welch. Front side of the 1-and-1 is up and good by Richardson. He's got 7 points. That's his first points of the second half. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Shockey. We'll take it along with him. It's a full 38-35. Trojans down by 3. Rams at the free throw line when we return on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
At the free throw line, Jamie Richardson for the Rams to try to make this a two-possession game. And he does. Just catches enough of the front iron to roll back in there. 39-35. Trojans down by 4. You got to go get one now. Quinn Oran going to try to do just that. He gets it to go. Boy, that is a way not a very high percentage shot there, but Oran just forces it through. Trojans take a timeout, and they will take a 30. We'll keep it right here. 39-37, 42.5. Still tons of time left, Murph, but Trojans going to have to get a stop here.
Yeah, 42 seconds in a fourth quarter of a basketball game. It's, I don't know, could be 20 minutes at real time, or...
Yeah, that's what my wife asked. How much time's left in the game? I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? You want the time on the clock, or do you want how much time it's going to be?
It's like saying, "Hey, this is my last cast" when you're out fishing.
Yeah, there you go. 42.5 seconds to play here in the ball game. 39-37. Trojans going to try to get a steal here. I imagine they'll try to trap as well, and then if that doesn't work, they'll probably foul. Richard to inbound. Got to go over the top of Muya. Oh, he's going to get a push on Bramborn.
Right call.
Yep.
If he gets away with it, it's wonderful, but
Sure.
that was the right call.
Sure. And that's a little savvy from Bram. He was trying to give him just the right amount of push. The right amount that you can get away with, but not so much that it turns into a foul. And he just kind of went over the line a little bit. Brecken Troike going to come in and replace Kester. A little switch there is Sikwa at the free throw line. Has not shot a free throw yet tonight, so just the 2 points for him as well. Those in the third quarter of this ball game. And it'll be a 1-and-1 as well. Sikwa rattles in the first one, knocks down the first one actually. And another chance here to make it a two-possession game. And he does. Well, they've made their free throws. You called it about 3 minutes ago, Murph. Trying to save some time was Bram, I think, and I don't disagree with the idea. The execution wasn't quite there, and now Welch going to go to the free throw line. Maybe a chance to ice this one.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of communication there. Someone probably ought to help Bram. Let backside help is coming.
And Welch, I would be surprised if he doesn't make these free throws as good as he's been here in this one. And he does on the first one.
As a Trojan fan, I'm glad that Isaac Welch is a senior. I'll tell you that right now.
20 points in the night already, trying to make it 21 here from the free throw line, and he does. 43-37. Have to work quickly. Bramborn going to do that. Here's Muya from way downtown. 3 on the way. In and out. That goes down. It might have changed things a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to. Troike will foul out. Took Dunham right out of his shoes. Dunham was shooting out of his shoes. And as much as Isaac Welch has kept him in this ball game, it's the 2 shots from Landon Dunham who has been the difference in this one. The Trojans had got their lead. They trailed most of this ball game. When they got the lead at 5:06, a 3-point by Dunham gave them the lead back. When they got the lead at 2:59, a 3-point shot by Dunham got the lead back for Riverton, and the Trojans haven't been able to overcome it since that point. And now here's Dunham at the free throw line with a chance to maybe ice this one. This is the first one.
We had 11 points in the first half, BJ, so it's,
Yeah. Yep.
You don't win very many ball games scoring 11 points in the first half.
Missed them both. Did Dunham. Better pop the trigger on this one. Bram does from way downtown, maybe a little too far. And pulled out of there by Dunham, and a foul going to be called on Quinn Oran of the Trojans. Probably going to drop one here on the road. And this may not be the last time they see the Riverton Rams this year. Not sure how that bracket's going to work out. It's an 8-team sub-state.
Now, is Galena 3A as well? So we're going to have Girard, Riverton, Galena. Frontenac. Oh, my.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, and I've seen some 3A teams this year play basketball. Went up, did Burlington, saw Wellsville this year, Perry-LeCompton. I've seen some of those teams kind of in that area. These teams would beat them soundly.
Oh.
This Girard team would win the Frontier League. Shut up. No good.
Well, Anderson County was, I don't know exactly their record, 10-1. I mean, they had a really good record. And, I mean,
it's pretty rough right in that 169 corridor up there. It's Osawatomie, Anderson County. It's kind of dry times right now, basketball way of things. But the Trojans found themselves in really good competition here tonight. And probably what impresses me the most about Riverton is they stayed with it. This was not an easy game, but it was kind of a work game and just keep fighting, and they did what they needed to do to win this game. And those teams are scary. Sometimes when it's a fluke, but this team knew exactly what they needed to do at the time they needed to do it to win it. And they end up getting the win here, 45-37 of the Trojans. So Girard splits here tonight on the road at Riverton. We'll come back and recap this boys game, get you your final numbers in this contest. And we will recap that girls game just briefly for you as well. Try to grab a chat with the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. All that and more as we kick off the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show here on Girard Sports Live. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. We'll hear from Leah and recap tonight's action here. A good doubleheader in the CNC. The Trojans split with the Rams. We'll talk about it next on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Back out here to ever emptying Riverton High School as people probably contemplating going outside. I had parked right outside this door. I was like, sweet bee, right outside the door. Front doors weren't open, so I had to move around to the side. Now I got to walk in this cold. Why don't you go start my? I'm just kidding.
They let me in the.
They let you in the front door. I had to come in the back door. That's real fair. Trojans fall here on the boys' side of things, 45-37. They do win the girls' contest, 54-30. Look at your final numbers here in this one, as the Trojans fall to 10-5 on the year and 5-3 in the CNC. First up, it was Isaac Welch. Boy, what a show he put on. Very good player. 24 points in this contest for Isaac. Not a lot else, though. 8 points from Jamie Richardson, and only 2, and those were from the free throw line in the second half. Gabe Muya doing a nice job on him, along with some other guys. 6 points from Landon Dunham. All 6 of those are the 6 biggest points of the game. They came in the fourth quarter right when they needed them to come. One of them was about 4 steps behind the three-point line, and he got it to go, and that was a huge one for Riverton. 4 points from Joel Sikwa and 1 point from Austin Anderson. For the Trojans, Bramborn leads them for the 5th straight night with 12 points. Only guy in double figures for the Trojans. 9 points from Quinn O'Rand, including 5 in the fourth quarter to help try to muster some effort through. Alex Kester had 6. They were all to start this third and then to start the fourth quarter. 3 points from Brecken Troike, all in the fourth quarter on 3 of 4 shooting from the free throw line. 3 points from Rigby Bourne, 2 points from Gabe Muya, 2 points from Gage Davenport for the Trojans. Again, that they fall here 45-37. Ladies led tonight by Faith Poland with 12 points. Most of those in the first half of the Trojans were able to cruise to victory in that game over the Riverton Rams, although I will say, and talking to Coach off the air, this Riverton team is going to be a tough out here in the next couple of years, and they are on the come for sure. 11 points from Michaela Osmus, 7 points from Kinley Smith for the Trojans. Lady Trojans moved to 12-2 on the year and 7-2 in the CNC. As we get the split here tonight in Riverton. Back in action on Tuesday, weather permitting. So it'd be a winter weather coming into the area, so we'll see if that sticks. But if it does not, then they'll play Frontenac on Tuesday in a boys and girls basketball doubleheader against the Raiders. Girls just played them last night in a dramatic win for them. And then Friday against Baxter Springs, both those games to be played at home at the friendly confines of Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium as the Trojans take on the Raiders and the Lions next week. We'll take one final timeout. We'll come back, hopefully talk to the head coach of the Trojans, Rod Westcott, here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
9. Numbers.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Call Service has a huge selection of tires from great brands, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service with fast, reliable, on-the-farm service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes in Girard. Get back in the game with a stop at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been
You do that, Murphy. You sit down. I haven't sat down with 5 seconds all night long, but you go ahead and get a break there real quick. We're here in the midst of the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. One final time here, wrapping things up here tonight as the Girard Trojans fall on the backside. On the boys' side of things, 45-37. Lady Tros won earlier tonight, 54-30. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. His interviews brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Learn more about everything they have to offer at mybankcmb.com. And Coach, settle in here. Make sure your microphone's on. You're good to go. First of all, Toy, tough game. Low-scoring first half. It just kind of felt like you guys were trying to play through mud a little bit at times in that first half of things. Able to play good defense to keep pace with them, and then it was just a dogfight in the second half of this one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty ugly going into there to halftime. I didn't feel like we had much energy. Didn't seem like we had any hop in our step, and just an ugly first half. You hit the nail on the head. We played good enough defense that we stayed in the game, and that kept us around. But number 2 for them, he's a nice little player, and he got going a little bit there in the third quarter. But we put Bram over on him. Bram really did a good job on him in the second half, and I can't say enough about him because he's carrying both ends of the floor for us right now at times. So doing some good things. I thought Quinn really played big for us tonight. Did a good job on the glass for no bigger than he is. Doing some good things and got to the rim and was able to knock some shots down. Brecken come off the bench tonight. It was good to see him back in the lineup. And I thought we played well the second half, but two teams that are very evenly matched. That first half come back to haunt us.
Yeah, you guys only beat them by 5 points the first time you saw them. I would not be the least bit surprised if you see him again. Sub-state tournament, it may work out that way. But you mentioned Bram Bourne and Quinn O'Rand, and what kind of sets those two apart, will certainly be something I would show kids, is moving without the ball. Always have your feet moving. I'd put a pedometer on Bram and see how many miles he runs during a game, especially tonight, trying to keep up with Welch, because it looked like the game plan there for a while was just deny, try to keep the ball out of his hands. And Bram just always moving, always moving.
Yeah, and that's tough. And then you're counting on him to score some points
Right.
for you too. So doing some real good things for us. We talked about that there at the end of the game tonight. Two teams pretty evenly matched. It's coming down to all those little things. And we had some bad turnovers early in the game and one late there as well that, we're not going to be able to have if we're going to have an opportunity to give ourselves a chance there at the end. But, the kids hopefully will learn some things from tonight. We'll go back and watch some film. And all kids feel like they play hard.
Mhm.
Everybody does. You feel
Yeah.
like you play hard, but when you go back and watch film, you realize that you can always play harder. And it's something that we've got to bring at the start of the game and make sure that we continue for 4 quarters.
Not to get too philosophical with you, but that's probably one of the things that sports probably teaches you more than anything, is to evaluate at the end of the day, did you really give everything you had to give? And we as men, sometimes we have to do that, and sometimes I would say at the end of the day I probably didn't give everything I have, but that's a good lesson to be learned, and athletics certainly teaches that. Right back at it, though, next week. Frontenac Raiders come to town. You get them right out of the gate, hopefully, if the weather holds off, and then Baxter Springs. This is the heart of the season as far as the CNC is concerned, but it's where you need to be getting ahead of steam, headed towards sub-state. This might have been a step back, perhaps, but how do you feel about your guys' chances moving forward?
Well, all we can worry about is ourselves right now, and we've got to focus on us, and hopefully we can get some practice in before Tuesday. The weather will hold off to where we can get in the gym and do some work. But, with everything online right now, we'll be able to watch film whether we can get together or not. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get in the gym and get ready for Frontenac. We didn't feel like we played very well the first time, and they kind of took it to us the first time we played. It's one of those things we're going in. This is the second time we've seen everybody. There's no surprises, no secrets. So that little set that, you get that wide open look at the first time you see them, you don't get that now, and you've got to be able to go to your second and third options. So hopefully we learn some things tonight, and we'll come out and give a good effort on Tuesday.
Some of you old-timers in the CNC, this is about the 3,000th time people have seen your offensive defensive schemes, but that's all right, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I appreciate your time, Coach. Tough loss here tonight, but bounce back next week against the Raiders. Always feels good to beat them and get it going. Having a head of steam headed back to this building here in a few weeks.
All right, thanks, BJ.
Hey, Coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. It's going to do it for us here tonight. Thanks to Jess Murphy, as always, on camera here this evening as he carried a load and helped me out, filling in for Dale. Hope things worked out for the Trojan wrestlers tonight that we're still going, and we'll have maybe update on that on Tuesday when we're back at it. Pre-game coverage will start on the varsity side of things around 5:45. We'll have JV coverage of the Raiders and the Trojans from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium on Tuesday. That's going to do it for us. Final score on the boys' side, 45-37, Trojans fall. On the girls' side, 54-30, Trojans win it. You saw it all here tonight on your home for Girard High School Athletics, Girard Sports Live.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter. Thanks for watching, and don't miss us next time right here on Girard Sports Live.